A beautiful, crisp look at the South Saskatchewan River. We're in Saskatoon for this year's Tim Hortons Brier. Brother competing against brother. It makes for an intriguing sports spectacle. It can turn a regular game into something extra special. This morning, a sibling rivalry in the curling world will take center stage in Saskatoon. Kevin battles Jamie for bragging rights of the Cooey clan. Draw 12. It's a family affair. Cooey versus Cooey. The Brier is next. We've seen some wind and a lot of snow over the last 48 hours, and also some great shot making and amazing crowds here at the Credit Union Center all week long. As we show you what happened last night, it was PEI downing the Yukon Northwest Territories and beating Jamie Cooey 9-6. Quebec picking up a win. Robert Desjardins 8-3 over Team New Brunswick. Glenn Howard continues to roll. 8-4 victory over Manitoba, and a tough one for Manners and Saskatchewan as they fall to Nova Scotia 10-7. And as we look at the standings on this crucial Wednesday morning, Alberta at 6-1, Ontario 6-1. How about Jamie Cooey? What a story. He's at 5-2, and there you see a couple of teams with 4-3 records as well. Lots still up in the air here in Saskatoon. Glad you're with us on this Wednesday morning. Brian Mutrick and Kathy Gauthier, and it's brother versus brother once again. It was Kevin and Jamie going head-to-head back in 2010. Alberta did win that game 8-3. Also, Alberta went 8-3 in the round robin that year, and we know what happened. It was Kevin Cooey winning not only the Brier, but a world championship as well, and he's looking strong once again this year, Kathy.
Well, he is, and it's really tough for these guys. It is a brother versus brother, which is really special, especially because they no longer live in the same province or territory, so it is a great way to see each other. But this is all business, especially for Kevin Cooey this morning. Coming off a loss, he needs to stay focused, and that's tough when you're playing your little bro.
Jamie has a history of knocking off the great teams, too. His best record was actually in Saskatchewan and Regina when he had a 6-5 record back in 2006. He can get win number 6 if he knocks off his brother today.
Well, and for Jamie Cooey and his team, this is one of their best Brier performances. Jamie himself has been very, very strong. Got into a little bit of a stumble last night, but don't kid yourself. This is not just about a game. This is showing Big Bro that he doesn't have all the cards in the deck.
Sibling rivalry is always fun, and that's our feature game this morning here in Saskatoon. Cooey versus Cooey, brother versus brother. First draw coming up next.
The 2012 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by a Roll Up the Rim to Win. It's time for Tim's. The 2012 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Ford, official automotive partner of the Canadian Curling Association. By M&M Meat Shops, hundreds of meal ideas, one aisle. And by Sponge Towels Paper Towels, nothing absorbs like it.
It's fun to play against him, but at the same time, it's not good, and because one of us has to lose, right? And when I'm not here and I'm watching him at the Brier, really pulling for him. So it'll be a fun time and good for all the family to watch.
I think the last time we played him was at the Brier in Halifax, so we really only played at the Brier, so it's pretty special, I think, for our parents. They usually only travel down when we're both here, so it's good to see the whole family and just enjoy that moment for my parents.
And what a proud father. There's Fred Cooey waving both flags for both of his sons. Of course, Mom Linda also here this week, and Sister Carrie likely watching at home as well. It's going to be a special morning here at the Tim Hortons Brier. Here's a look at the rest of the action. Northern Ontario going up against Quebec, and there our feature game. You see brother versus brother, Cooey versus Cooey, and both of them fighting to get in the playoffs as well. And there'll be some cheers in the building when Saskatchewan is on the ice. Scott Manners taking on Brad Gushu, Newfoundland and Labrador, and British Columbia going up against Glenn Howard and Team Ontario. They're off to a 6-1 start. Always interesting when siblings go head-to-head. There's the handshakes, and it's time to meet the teams. And it's brought to you by Ford. Drive one.
Hi, I'm Jamie Cooey, skipper team Northwest Territories Yukon. Our lead is Rob Borden. Our second is Brad Churakowski. Our third is Tom Nogler. And we curl out of the Yellowknife Curling Club in Yellowknife, Northwest Territories.
Hi, I'm Kevin Cooey, skip of Team Alberta. Our lead is Nolan Thiessen, second Carter Rycroft, third Pat Simmons, and we curl out of the Glencoe Curling Club in Calgary.
It wasn't too long ago we saw Russ and Glenn Howard go head-to-head in Calgary. These two men, they went at it in 2010 in Halifax. And once again here in Saskatoon, it's Cooey versus Cooey. There you see the rock colors, Northwest Territories, Yukon throwing the red stones, Alberta the yellow stones. And it was indeed Kevin Cooey and Team Alberta getting the hammer this morning. So to get us going in this crucial brother versus brother contest, it's lead Robert Borden from Yellowknife Curling Club.
Line's good. Looks good, guys. Looks good. Yep. We'll leave it on center. Whoa, 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 whoa. On what?
And this way.
There?
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
Well, Kathy, they grew up together, and obviously a lot of conversations around the Cooey table, I'm sure, about curling. Can you maybe give us some insight into the style of each brother and how they like to play?
Well, for Kevin Cooey dictating very much that he's right by that call, that he's going to play his regular game. Jamie likes to call the stones in the house. Will play a little bit less aggressive than Kevin. The biggest difference is Kevin's got that really big weight shot to get himself out of trouble. And for Jamie, well, it's a little bit different. For this morning, he needs to regain focus. Last night, losing in a game that wasn't their best performance and needs to play smarter with last rock. In a situation last night, he was one up, facing three. If he makes a double on Stones Brian, he may concede one, might get one. Instead, he played an all-or-nothing draw that was marginally even there, gave up three, and that really went on to lose against PEI. You can't make that mistake today against your big brother because they will take advantage of it, and you won't get back in the game.
No. Shots.
When you talk about regaining focus, well, so too does Team Alberta after their first loss yesterday, a 71% game, way lower than everything else. And really tough when you're playing your brother to stick to your regular game plan, but you have to really isolate who's behind you and who he is and where he comes from. And it's just four other guys out there throwing two rocks each.
And the game plan is brought to you by World Financial Group. Your dreams, our strategies.
Light, Kent. Hard, Kent. Gotta go all you got.
Hard, guys.
It'll go hard.
Hard, guys. Got a pretty good one. Keep it high. Keep it high. It's a real good sweep, guys.
Nolan Thiessen locks it on.
Good scrubs.
Good job.
Stop. 4? 3-4?
Close to an 80.
3-4.
Right?
Yeah.
Brad Shorkowski, second stones for Yukon Northwest Territories.
Gotta go.
And some struggles for Brad this week.
2.
Numbers very low compared
2.
to the other players tied for 11th.
Whoa.
Just a 1.
Whoa.
May not even be over. That's
Over.
over.
Yep. Whoa.
Lots of separation
Try and
between
make
those
it
guards.
and miss those ones.
Well, some huge numbers from Carter. He is such an integral part of this team, not only in his shot making, but the conversations he has. He's a spirit booster. We'll only get one, and this is the big matchup that we look at today as being key at second position. Carter leads all seconds and first, and unfortunately for Brad at the bottom, he's a -3, the +2 to Carter, and so goes Carter, so goes the team often, and so it will be a chore for Brad today. It is about outshooting your opponent. That's his big task.
Carter, of course, also has that silver medal in his pocket. He won it with Kevin Martin at the Olympics in Salt Lake City. A lot of experience for that young man.
But I give him huge credit still for that world championship. I think it is something that anybody that watched the game will always remember is Kevin was playing very defensively, and we heard Carter clearly say at one point to Kevin, we've played this whole week to win, and today we're playing afraid to lose. And that was the light switch moment, and you saw a difference. They went on to win, and that is the priceless sort of advice that Carter brings to this team.
I remember that too. He said it, and it was awesome how in this sport we have the microphones. He said, let's play to win.
Yeah.
And it was awesome. No, I remember that clearly.
Yeah, it should be far enough. I don't think it's going to drag.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
There's a bit of space. Think you try fairly thin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Charlie hit it fairly thin, wondering about if the drag will bring it back into the stones that are lined up behind it.
Off. Yes, yes, yes. Hard. Hard, hard, hard.
Miss it. Miss it. Miss it. Oh. Okay. Good try.
We got everything moving up front, and with last rock in this end, that is key. They talked about the space between the rocks, wondering about the drag. He's very close to making the shot.
Try that or what?
Wider though now.
It's easy.
Good, Tommy. Straight up.
And with that separation now between the stones, Tom Nogler being asked to remove the Alberta stone.
Yeah. Real hard. Real hard. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, guys.
Tom Nogler.
Good.
Back 8.
Go around it. What do you guys like?
Could go around the guard or...
Even with this red?
Take.
Or ours?
Is this the curly side of things, eh? That should curl pretty good, yeah.
First chance at seeing this in turn and how much it will move around the corner guard.
One less.
Pat Simmons, of course, a familiar face to fans here in Saskatchewan. One of the lineup changes here for Kevin Cooey, of course. Pat now playing for Alberta.
Mine's good. Room. Wait there. Room then.
The ice conditions have been really good, but there definitely are idiosyncrasies to each sheet. They do not all run the same.
You're going to come out the other side. Let it die, let it die, let it die.
There's a huge finish. Wondered if it was there. Kevin's right, it is come out completely the other side.
Easy.
A little more, eh?
Kathy, both these teams have the opportunity to practice before the match gets underway. When you do take a practice, what kind of shots are you throwing, and what are you looking for during that practice?
Well, usually every player on the team has the same spot every practice. So their job, for example, Tom Nogler's might have been to throw the intern at the line of the 8-foot and the 12-foot on both sides. And then what you do is you're looking for the path, how much they move, what's going to happen. And in the course of the game, if you get to that spot, you can see a skip go to a player and say, what does it do here? Because that's their job, is to remember that specific path.
Just here. Got it.
Makes the hit, but no roll.
Half rock goes into this and misses this.
So the double is there.
Control weight.
Sure is.
Little big. Little big.
Yep.
A tough day yesterday, Kathy, for Pat Simmons. Actually had not one but 2 hog stones in one of his games.
Right up. Hard. Right. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Okay. And good on Pat for being honest. Admitted he is one of those guys that waits right till the very end to release the rock.
Easy again, or?
Live look now on Sheet D. A lot of crucial games this morning. Of course, just 2 days remained in round-robin action. Jim Cotter settling into the hack for Team BC. BC, of course, the Red Stones. You see Glenn Howard has that yellow stone, back 4. So a quiet little tap back for Jim and a chance for an early 2.
Yeah. A lot of ice for me, so easy should be fun here.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And while Jim throws Jamie an opportunity to lie 3 from that miscue from Pat Simmons.
Yep. Whoa. Yep. Hard.
Rick Sawatsky, Ty Griffith, the front end for Team BC. They drag it by that guard, but they rub on their own red stone. And instead of 2, a steal of 1 for Glenn Howard and a 1-0 lead for Team Ontario. And as you see on our feature sheet, there's 3 red stones now for Yukon Northwest Territories. Alberta does have the hammer, though, here in 1.
And for Kevin, not particularly worried about where those stones are. They're all in front of the tee line wide open. Wants to try to hit and roll behind
On your 5 first.
those 2 reds on the left. You heard Carter saying you want your 5 first. So the pair that Kevin Cooey has chosen this morning includes the number 5 rock. They will know the differences. One may curl a little bit more. You won't see those kinds of differences on a hit. You will on a draw. There may be a straighter stone. It's about using that to your advantage.
Yep. Hard. Whoa. Yep. Yes. Hard.
And no roll, they'll hit it right in the nose.
Okay.
Thought you threw that good. Yeah. Just curls like crazy, eh?
Back-to-back chances for Alberta. First on Pat Simmons, a chance for the double, and stick behind, curled more than they thought, and then on Kevin's as well. So for Jamie, what a great game plan. Came into this, chance to hit and force his brother to draw against 3. First thing in the morning.
Jamie makes the hit, and now
They'll look to see if hitting it on the nose will give you shot. I do not believe it will.
Good throws.
It will not.
Those are pretty wide to play this. Middle of 12?
Yeah, I like middle. Yeah.
so it's the in-turn draw against 3 here in 1 for Kevin Cooey. Is that Jamie trying to hide a little smile there, maybe, Kathy? Good start for him.
I don't think he'll hide it.
Just a sliver more than what you threw here.
80.
Yep.
80 referring to split times.
75 is fine.
75.
Final stone here in 1 for Team Alberta. Kevin Cooey out of the Glencoe Club in Calgary needs to find full 8 to pick up his 1.
Yes. Come on. Line's good. Yep. Hard line. Go.
Thiessen, Rycroft, and now Simmons out. Got to drag it far, got to avoid that red stone. And they just drag it in for 1. Thiessen, Rycroft, pat on the back.
Wow.
That'll get you awake on a Wednesday morning. So it's 1 on the board for Team Alberta. Assist to that front end.
What'd you get?
85. Think you're a hot shot? Well, log on to FordHotShots.curling.ca. And if you're on target, you could win a lease on a brand new Ford Focus S. Here in Saskatoon, every Brier participant had the chance as well by taking part in the Ford Hot Shots final, coming down to a Battle of Ontario. Easy, fellas. Wayne Madaw stuffing Craig Saville. And then in the end, it was experience over youth as Madaw stuffed him on the ice to become the Ford Hot Shots champion. His prize, a 2-year lease on this beautiful Ford Focus Titanium. Log on to FordHotShots.curling.ca and give it your best shot. And just like Wayne Madaw, you could drive away in a brand new Ford.
Well, Kathy, a lot of teams trying to scrap their way into a playoff spot. Just 2 days remain in round-robin play. This is the situation for Northern Ontario facing Quebec. You see the Redstones, 3 of them. Final on the way from Brad Jacobs out of the Sioux Curlers Association in Sault Ste. Marie.
Was trying to play the double and stick it.
They hammered it the whole way, back it up a little bit, and it was a steal of 1 for Robert Desjardins. 1-0 Quebec after 1. And in our feature matchup, it was the front end earning their money early on this Wednesday morning as Teese and Rycroft scrubbed that stone in, and they got that single. 1-0 as the older Cooey leads the younger one here at the Credit Union Center.
Well, if you talk about the better team rebounding from their loss yesterday, Jamie Cooey and his team very relaxed out here this morning, certainly forced the situation. 2 chances for Alberta that last end, one by Pat Simmons and the first stone of Kevin Cooey's to play the hit and roll, neither made. That's what forced that draw.
7. Whoa, Roof. 6. Whoa, 7. 7. Yep. Yes. Really hard. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Well, that rock just went sideways. Part of it is the weight, but when it started to curl, it was too late by then for the call. Still sorting out the ice first thing this morning.
Board.
Bummer.
There's some good board here. Bummer.
Kathy, we've seen a lot of wind and a ton of snow in the last 24 to 48 hours here. How much can that affect the conditions here inside?
Well, it can, but in talking to Hans and Jamie, their bigger concern is the heat, the number of people in the building and the crowds and what happens on the night draw. In the morning, it's very, very cold. The dew point is still lower outside, so they're still able to open the doors if they need to and bring outside air in and keep things cool. So the conditions, in terms of draw weight, have been really consistent. As long as you can remember the path that you're throwing and how many rocks have been over it, it is tricky. There's Hans has got his head down a little bit. Jamie watching on. It's a lot of work for these guys all the time. They anticipate the night before what they expect the crowds to be. They'll look at the draw. Is Saskatchewan on the night draw? Will the building be full? And try to plan for the morning draw to let the temperature rise. And every time there's an extra end, it makes it tough on them because they have 10 minutes sometimes to bring down a temperature.
Off. Yep. Yes. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Carter Rycroft plays the in-off. Angle's a bit better there for Alberta.
Not awful.
Hoping to catch it a little bit thinner. We would have removed the red stone out.
Might be able to make them all go away.
Just nose it with hack. Could double the yellow is pretty easy too. Firm hack.
Firm hack. Okay, right up the stick there, Plummer. We'll take the rest.
Yeah.
Kathy, local time, a lot of these players up at 6 a.m. have their breakfast, get prepared, warm up, and get ready. Was it tough as a player competing and getting up early for these morning games, or did you enjoy the AM?
I never like getting up. It just doesn't matter what I'm doing. It's not my favorite thing to do. By this time of the week, it really is. Early in the week, you've got all this energy. This is an exhausting game. The players are here for usually close to 4 hours by the time they arrive early so they can stretch and be ready and then do the practice throws. And then you get into 3-hour games, lots of extra ends this week. And by Wednesday, the old body starts to hurt, whether you're young and you're fit. This is where you really do need to be fit. But the fatigue kicks in. I talked to Glenn Howard about it yesterday, and he said with 5 extra ends back to back to back, he just was starting to feel really lethargic during the course of the game. And so eating right, trying to get as much sleep as you can in between games, even if you're not playing in the afternoon. Really huge, important things to manage yourself during a long week.
Hard goal.
Again, a double attempt, not made.
those?
Berta not just sharp so far yet this morning.
I've been throwing pretty good easy the last few, right?
Easy, Tommy.
We're throwing easy? Yeah. I've been the last ones I've been throwing are pretty good easy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa. Easy.
Close.
Close. No. Yeah. Hard.
Hard.
Hard, guys. Every inch. Go. Right to it. Gotta go. Sit.
Nogler plays the tap. And it is the Yukon Northwest Territories, still lying 1, top 8.
Yeah. I think I like here still.
Okay.
Down. Yep. Hard. Hard. Gotta go. Really hard. 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 Come on. Gee.
Well, very uncharacteristic, not only in result, but also in throw. Pat is very methodical in the hack, but he also is very clean as a thrower, very solid footing. And here he comes out. You can see the wobble. Fights to get back to the room, but just a broom rather, but just a little bit tight, a little bit underthrown, and opportunities again for Alberta this morning just not made.
And you heard his comments. No one feels worse in the building than him, such a competitor.
For the second time in 2 ends, it is the team from the north with a chance to hit and line 3.
In. Yep. Yep. Good.
And you know, Kathy, this team wants to get up for every game and every team, but you have to think that Jamie's teammates are bringing a little extra step for this one to help out their skipper in this rivalry against his brother.
I didn't want to roll under it because he plays that double. He's in front of us. Yep. Not so bad, I guess, but.
Yeah.
Well, you bet. And for Jamie, huge respect, knowledge of his brother and his doubles ability, his big weight ability.
It's not a real easy split, right? He's going to be careful with where he draws to. Out turn?
You watch it on that.
Yeah.
That'd be bad luck. Out turn, yeah.
You're playing this one?
I was thinking this one.
Oh, okay.
You're thinking this one.
Yeah. This one's easier, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, probably.
Whatever you like.
Okay, let's give this one a go.
Yeah.
What's more important, Kathy, actually making 2 go away or where you roll to?
Well, it's a combination, Brian. He wants to make 2 go away because he hasn't ruled out a deuce for himself or a blank. This is easier, and it also gives him a chance to roll behind the guard.
And while they settle in, we'll look at sheet A, Northern Ontario, Team Quebec. Robert Desjardins stole 1 in the first, and looks to be a draw for 2 now as Brad Jacobs can rebound and pick up a pair here in the second.
Yep. Watch Kevin throwing the double on your right.
Whoa, off. Yep, yep, yes, yes.
Angles it back, spill it enough.
T-line.
Simmons will get it to go. So a nice double from Kevin Cooey.
It's in the good path.
T.
And now over in sheet A, we'll watch the sweepers. Ryan Harnden, Seabrook.
Yep, can't hurt that, Ryan.
Scott on the right, Ryan on the left, and they will drag it in nicely. So 2 for Northern Ontario, and that 3 and 4 can't afford to drop the 5 losses. A 2-1 lead after 2.
Good to see Ryan back. Looks like he's feeling better.
The rumor this guy can throw him hard.
Ryan, one of a few guys out here struggling with. You talk to the guys, not necessarily the flu, but a lot of nausea and just not quite feeling 100%, a little nauseous.
Little comment from Jamie in the hack to his front end. He said we want to have a lot of separation. There's a rumor that this guy can throw them hard.
You're pretty good.
Referring to his brother, of course.
I think he's got some inside information on that.
Got a curl.
Even.
Even. Dead even. Whoa.
Whoa.
No.
Yep. Even them up. Right here. Right to my broom. Right to my broom.
Trying to avoid the double.
Go, go, go.
Attaboy. Peach.
Great weight.
Very nice.
Go, Jamie.
See you guys. Good judge.
there's a lot of things that are similar. Both of these guys are coming off a loss last night. Some great numbers. Jamie, +3 and +4, little edge. But look who gets more points. The leader amongst all teams here at the Brier this week, it's not Kevin Cooey, it's Jamie Cooey, has scored more points than anyone else in the field.
You may have missed that, but in the hack, Kevin Cooey had grabbed the wrong rock and was settling in to throw the red stone. And he got the right one now, so he's got the yellow stone in the hack ready to roll here.
And that's the whole game plan, the focus. It is as though Alberta is playing very tight so far this morning. You ever tried a golf swing where you're just kind of like trying to hit the ball super hard? It doesn't work that well. You just need to let your muscles relax.
And he'll hit it on the nose.
And he will be shot, and that is why Jamie will make the shot here. He grabs the rock, starts to clean it. I'm +4, but I'm throwing the wrong rock.
But I think you're right. It speaks to the focus. You know,
does.
You want to be dialed in and reset and ready. And now here a chance for 2 for Jamie Cooey.
I think so.
2?
Yep. Easy.
Yep.
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 Clean.
Wait.
Got it.
Yep.
Last night against PEI, Jamie 69% as a skip. Well, he's come out of the gate red hot so far, throwing great. Hits it on the nose and picks up 2. Yukon Northwest Territories, a 2-1 advantage over Alberta here in Saskatoon. How cute is that? Well, there you go, kiddo. I can't promise Sports Center, but I can promise TSN right now. So happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
What a great sign. Go Sask. Give us a wave. Oh, she's shy. Awesome stuff. Just a reminder, we've got a free preview of Juice Box right now, Music for Kids, the music video channel featuring parent-approved videos from today's biggest stars like Justin Bieber, Taylor Swift, and Russ Howard's favorite, Selena Gomez. Contact your TV service provider for details. Happy birthday, kiddo. And welcome back inside the Credit Union Center. Wednesday morning here at the Tim Hortons Brier. And it was a hit for 2 for Jamie Cooey, the skip from the Yellowknife Curling Club, and the Yukon Northwest Territories as Cooey leads Cooey. 2-1 here with action underway in 3. And for the first time ever, Kathy, I can just go out of commercial break and say Cooey leads, and I won't mess it up. So that's kind of nice for me today.
Yes, Cooey leads, Cooey trails.
The shade under.
Forward.
Okay.
Oh, well executed by Yukon Northwest Territories last end.
Yep.
Both of these ends so far, they have had a lot of pressure on Alberta.
Clean. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hack.
Curl.
Oh.
Curl.
Roll that one way over, Pat. Wait, no, the yellow one. The yellow one. Take red. Yeah, might as well go. Right out, right out. Go, 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 go.
Just struggling to find out where to put the broom. That rock was not overthrown by any means. It didn't even move the stone out, but it did not have any sort of finish to it whatsoever.
And it's funny, Kathy, I find that interesting because we've talked about it all week that Kevin Cooey was one of those teams that had seemed to really adjust to the ice and really had a good handle on it, yet this morning, not quite there yet. Still early, obviously, though, just the third end.
Whoa! Yep! Whoa, no, no, no! No. As far as they go, Tommy.
The hits are easier to judge. You take very little ice and you know they won't move very much. It is the hack, the board weights that a lot of these teams are playing that they're counting on moving a bit, not a ton. And on that last one, it moved virtually not at all. So going on the offensive now with Carter, there are 2 red stones belonging to Yukon Northwest Territories in the house, but more importantly for Alberta, there's a corner guard, and that's what they're trying to utilize.
Clean.
6.
Room. Whoa, room. Whoa, then
6.
that's too much. Off. Off. 100 room.
6. 6.
Line should get there.
Want me to?
Yep. Yep. Hard. Yep. Hard.
Good shot, Carter. Good spot.
Kevin also would have utilized the statistics that are given to all the teams. He will know the biggest discrepancy today is at the second position, and will try to make things tough on a player who is struggling.
Straight to him.
Hard line.
3-4.
It's quiet. Hard. Gotta go, guys. Get off that guard.
Nogler, Robert Borden.
Hard. Oh, why are we throwing everything light?
Rubs on the guard.
Might have been close.
Oh, very underthrown.
You guys like? I don't mind, or you could do this. Or this.
Not real easy.
What's that?
I don't love that because that's his out. Going around this and freezing to us is his out, right? I like getting another one.
I mean, we'd be shot rock over here, though.
Yeah. Well.
You like that?
Yeah.
I think we have to.
Yeah.
Just top 8.
I like Pat's theory for sure. With that guard just thrown by Brad, the out for Yukon Northwest Territories is to come around those guards and to freeze on the face of the stone. You heard, I think it was Carter saying, well, we could be shot on the other side. It's not important to be shot yet. It's only second stones.
Whoa! Off!
Plus, Carter has just thrown this.
Yeah. Wait only. Come on. Wait only.
Hard for weight. Go. Come on, guys. Come on.
Hard.
Carter trying to scream that rock there in time. Simmons, Thiessen, Cooey, good drag. And they'll find top 12.
Okay.
I think started warping, eh?
That rock is a little faster, a little slower, a little more curl.
Well, there's the assessment by Carter. Feels it's a little bit slower based on their eyes and the clock, and a little more finished. You saw it just warp sideways.
Yeah.
Something that they will watch. That's the number 1 stone.
Oh, line.
Tom Nogler.
Whoa.
Pretty close.
Whoa, no line.
4.
In the meantime, live look at Sheet D, BC, Ontario tied up at 1. There you see Jim Crotter's red stone there in the 8-foot. That is shot stone. Looks like he's 1 and 2. So yes, Glenn Howard
4 late in a row.
looks to be playing the hit for his 1.
And on our feature sheet, another rock comes up light.
Real hard. Gotta go.
And this one over curling.
Oh my
Sava
goodness.
Lang, they may not even hit it. Get a piece and a steal for BC and Jim Cotter. So there's a single. And at 4 and 3, Jim Cotter, his teammates from Vernon and Kelowna, trying to keep in that playoff hunt. Interesting too, Kathy. I remember back to Red Deer and the Scotties, even as of Thursday morning in round robin play, we still didn't really have a clear playoff picture as to who would be there. We thought there could be a number of tiebreakers, and it just so happened to work out. They didn't need one.
Oh, it's way too early to assess. You just don't want to lose any if you're in the 4 range.
Whoa! Whoa!
Trying to get the inside roll. We've seen a couple stones here in the first end that did nothing. It didn't move a whole heck of a lot either.
This might be.
Alberta lying 2.
He's frustrated. He just wants to make a really good shot. You heard Kevin say, good throw. I think there's a little bit of a trench in that area.
Oh, no.
Close.
They're quiet.
Easy. Close.
Hard. Yeah. Hard. Whoa.
Just easy.
Yes. Hard. Hard. Hard.
Hack.
Seems, Kathy, a lot of the players struggling with the weight this morning.
Yeah, you know what? There's a real fine line between board and hack and easy. Just underthrown.
It's like hack, yeah.
There you go.
I mean, we've been light on 6 rocks.
Even with this?
Top 8.
You don't want him to be able to freeze and be second, eh? Yeah, I know. But I mean here, okay, top 8.
Yeah.
He'll play this run double, but
Let's make this.
top 8.
A little bit more, eh? Probably out here.
I think so out here. Yeah. They've been coming up light lots out here.
Interesting, too, Kathy, with the strategy saying he'll play this run double. Well, these two skips, I think they know each other better than anybody.
Well, they do. He's a good idea what his brother will play, but he also knows he's a really good curler, and that's what most of the really good curlers would play as well.
I felt like you have to go.
Gotta go.
Lots of room.
Line's good.
Gotta go.
Line's good.
Hard, boys. Hard, boys.
And while
Light.
Thiessen and Rycroft scrub that Yellowstone, live look on sheet C. Newfoundland Labrador is counting one. Saskatchewan, of course, the Yellowstones. As Brad Gushu settles in.
Well, on a well-swept rock on our feature sheet to get that around.
Kind of a scary story for Jeff Walker and his parents, actually, from Newfoundland Labrador. Jeff, the lead on this team. They were actually involved in a car crash yesterday. They were rear-ended, but thankfully everybody was okay.
I'm so glad to see that.
The weather conditions have been a bit nasty the last few days, and with Brad's final one, he'll rub on that guard. So it is just a single for Newfoundland and Labrador. Both teams coming in with 2 and 5 records.
Raise that.
If you ever raise that,
Raise
perfect,
that.
that'd be really good, eh?
Straight top.
What about raising the outside one high?
Yeah. Worst case, we open that one up. I don't mind that one. Just a hair high.
What's that?
Just a hair high.
Oh, we got to get one in there, otherwise you just sit in the line 4, right? We got to leave ourselves something.
Yeah. Either raise or draw, eh?
Where's the center one, I guess, but where do we raise it to?
I feel like we got to get rid of something, but there's can't really get rid of much.
Hear that one?
And what does that get us?
Okay.
Well, not a lot of great options for Jamie in this end with his team coming up short. You heard him say 6. It was only actually 3, but it probably feels like 6. He's got this option
the top
to come and play this
or do we run
this way. Or the other choice he has is to tap this stone
Oh, we can make the run double.
into this area. The question
Well, I
is,
missed the tap.
now
He's
that
gonna
they've
hit the line 4.
chosen to play
missed
the
run. He's
tap,
gonna
is
hit the
where
line
do
4,
you
but we
tap
might
it
have a way
to?
in there.
His options are not
He's
great.
probably going to draw. I can make the run double, I guess.
Now they're talking about playing the run double, running one of those red guards straight back.
And while Jamie Cooey and his teammates discuss their options, live look on sheet A, Northern Ontario and Quebec. And it is Brad Jacobs, line 1. And looks to be a double try here for Robert Desjardins to try to pick up his 2 here in 3.
Just off nose, he made a spectacular shot that got the crowd to their feet last night. Played a very, very, very thin in off
Got it right there. It's pretty good.
for 4, and that really went on to win the game.
Just a hair off nose, roll it in that pile somewhere.
Robert Desjardins. Can he move that red stone enough? And he won't be able to, so it is just the single as Northern Ontario, Quebec, tied up at 2 after 3.
Just peel.
So change of plans. Instead of playing the tap or the draw, Jamie's electing to play the run. Gonna drive the red straight back on the yellow.
Close.
Maybe even get the double.
Whoa! Oh!
Got to finish a bit here.
Come up.
And he'll drive it right by.
FML.
Very straight.
Shoot. 0-7.
Hey?
It's an 0-7. Nice end.
Kathy, did you prefer their original call, or did you like that run back try?
You know what? He wasn't in great shape no matter what. I think he needed to get something in there.
Right? It's not good unless you make that split perfect. So I like your call.
Like, what are you thinking? Just in...
Yeah, just even if you're full 12, Kevin, right? Like right up here.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, where's the spot where he can hammer this and maybe get it going here? It's pretty tough. He doesn't have a lot of them.
No.
Okay. What do you think you threw it there?
I thought I was close to normal. Asked the guys, but I felt like I was a hair on the light side and it still got there. So
You threw 15, Pat. Between the hogs, that's great brushing to get it there. It's pretty crisp first thing in the morning.
Basically just full 12 or right beside it, but we just can't corner freeze on those. What do you think?
Do you think it's the same type of spot as your intern draw?
What I threw in one.
Yep. We think that should be pretty close. 80-85.
That looked like a lot of ice.
Nope.
Great conversation. Nolan pointing out the exact weight that he's thrown before in the path.
Felt a bit like
watching the ice all the time. Kevin having questions about ice. Just reaffirming the room's in the right spot. You know the weight.
Get it there.
I had 96, Kathy.
Perfect. 12, hard. We're like, keep going then.
Come on, 15-4 between the hogs.
Hard. Whoa.
Real good spot. Good shot.
It's great brushing yet again. They're working hard this morning.
For those at home that may be not familiar or don't realize, Kath, how much can brushing drag a rock? How far?
Oh, huge. It really depends on who your brushers are. Really good brushers in Carter and Nolan. They're dragging these rocks 10, 15 feet for sure. It's got to be in great shape.
Liable just to go right on that, no?
Yeah.
And our red back.
I don't have a lot of room to roll there, Tom.
No. About there?
Get to inside with.
He's hoping to get an inside roll, but it's from the hack. You've got just a wee sliver of room to roll.
Straight draw.
Unless you want to throw normal and try to roll it?
I was thinking, yeah.
Oh, I got to stick it, otherwise we're...
Firm,
What's that?
Firm, even.
Let's go board. He knows it. Give him 3. It's kind of nice at this point, I guess.
Here?
The reason he's talking 3 is that red one on the left-hand side at the back is out-counting the yellow one behind the 2 guards.
Board.
So he'd love an inside roll. But you're hearing him say he feels that they're 0 for 7 this end. And this is about
the nose and holding the 3 anyway.
Yeah.
Trying to manage the situation you find
Get a
yourself
roll in
in.
there. Might be good.
Heard him say 2. Worst case, we nose him, hold him to 3. And you're down by 2 with hammer, worst case.
Yep.
Hard! Real hard!
Hard, Robbie.
Push! Hard! Hard!
Oh, this is close, Kathy. Very tight.
Whoa!
Just get it by.
So,
And now it's Alberta lying the 1.
This is pretty good.
the best we can do.
Yeah.
Didn't get by. I just haired it.
How many draws here? Pick it?
Could pick it for 2, yeah.
Got to watch the angle.
That's there.
Might get lucky, eh?
Wow. Or unlucky. I mean, we don't want to go edge rock.
Yeah.
Well, the great save by Jamie Cooey on that shot. Got that inside roll. No way to stick this stone in removing it. So they've elected to play the pick, but you have to be very careful because you're playing the pick that direction.
Taking this for 2 or what?
Yeah. I guess we could play it for 3.
We could play board.
Yeah, but if you play board and hit his yellow quarter, it just goes in for. Oh.
Now they're looking at the angle, Kathy, for the possible double with that red stone back 12.
Jamie thought they got away with it. He's like, geez, saw that. Rats.
I mean, I could do this, Pat.
Playing easier weight.
Yeah.
If it really goes, we maybe chip it in.
Yeah.
But
True.
If I tick it, we give up a steal. But I think it's there.
Yeah.
And
Oh, definitely it's there. Yeah. We've seen a few here.
I'm not going to baby it.
Control?
It's starting to straighten up in here.
A little bit, yeah.
This is the path that Nolan's did not move. Ran really straight.
You guys like this?
Don't mind it.
Whatever looks good to you.
I think we can hold this
If you think
spot,
you know
Kev.
this spot now, then throw
It's
it.
starting to straighten up. I mean, he
little
was
bit,
tight all day there.
I was even tight on mine,
It's
kind
just,
of.
it's
My board
a little
might
more
over.
risky if I ever just hair our yellow.
Yeah, you will tick is the only risk, but
Let's make it.
Let's make it.
So it's risk and reward. They feel that the worst thing that can happen is that he just ticks the front, or he ticks the red stone and it winds up shot, but the reward would be 3.
So a shot for 2, possible 3 here. Third end, final stone on the way.
You gotta go!
Thiessen Rycroft, big brush, little tap.
Boy.
Lovely shot.
Beauty.
And he makes the shot, so there it is, 3 for Team Alberta. And the risk pays off.
Yeah.
A 4-2 lead for Cooey. Well, his brother Jamie was hoping Kevin wouldn't see that shot, but indeed he not only saw it, he made it, Kathy.
Well, and what a great touch shot for sure. He sat in the hack. They thought they would just play the pick and 2, but he remembered that Nolan had thrown in this same path. They decided to take a second look and play easy weight at it. Really tricky spot.
Yes! Hard! Yes! Yes! Hard!
Great touch, great brushing by Nolan and Carter to get this stone by the top yellow. There's a 3 spot.
Beauty.
And the key shot is brought to you by Scotty's Facial Tissue, stylish designs for any room. So instead of 2, it was 3 for Team Alberta, as Kevin Cooey leads his brother Jamie 4-2 after 3 with action here at the Credit Union Center underway here in 4.
Go if you can, Carter.
Yeah, you can a little bit. You can a little bit.
It's not guarding. Okay.
That's pretty good.
Threw that great.
That's a good shot.
Select one right around.
All right, guys. 75?
75. Right up the stick. Should be all there.
6.
Whoa. 87.
Line's fine, room.
That's coming down.
Whoa,
Room.
Still a lot of room. 6, 7.
Whoa.
A lot of room. 7. Tons of room.
Get ready. Yep.
Now, Kathy, those numbers, 6, 7, those numbers refer to zones
Yeah,
in the
they
ice?
do. So you're in a 6 right there, and when it gets to the line, it's a 7. So a good assessment by the sweepers there of the kind of weight
Draw the button off.
Yeah.
Robert had thrown.
So a 3, you're more near the hog line. A 4, you're halfway.
No, the zones in front of the house are 1, 2, and 3. So
Okay.
1 is a long guard, 2 is somewhere in the middle, and 3 is nice and tight to the house.
Line's good. Top 4.
Really? Okay, golden.
All line's really good.
Weight's good. 6.
6.
Whoa, just for weight. Just for weight. Freeze it.
That in.
No. Doesn't need a curl. Whoa. Yeah, it needs the curl. Needs the curl. Looks heavy. Looks heavy.
Weight's perfect.
Whoa.
Ah, sorry, Carter.
T-line back 4.
Let's peek over now on sheet D, BC, Ontario, Jim Cotter. A 2-1 lead here in the 4th end. He has shot stone there in the 4-foot. Glenn Howard
That was quiet board.
playing a quiet tap, it looks to be, for a chance at his 3.
Sure does.
Whoa.
Remembering it was a steal last end. Glenn Howard's final stone, the hit and stick over curling and just hitting and rolling out.
And history was made yesterday, too, when Glenn played his 175th Brier game. And that set the record, beating his brother, Russ Howard. Of course, on the theme of brothers here this morning. And unfortunately for Glenn, he will not hold that shooter. So it is 2 for Team Ontario. And they're up now 3-2 over BC after 4.
It has been an interesting week for that Ontario team. Really struggled with ice and line and then seemed to hit a groove. And then back this morning, they're back struggling and fighting.
But what I find interesting about that, Kathy, you talk about the elite teams and consistency. Still at 6-1. So despite those struggles, they have found a way to come through, and they have played pretty much an extra game with all the extra ends they've had to play.
Got a curl a mile. Hard, Kevin.
Carter Rycroft, the thin pick.
Well, Carter, of course, is hoping to get more to the face of the stone, make the 2 reds go away.
A little more weight.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Back
curl.
4, back 8.
Catches only 1.
Okay, same throw, just a hair more.
Brad Shorokowski.
Still there.
Yeah.
Hit the line.
Hard line.
Hard.
Real hard.
It's quiet.
Gotta go. Hard, guys. Whoa. Whoa.
Well, Kathy, that was the matchup you talked about, Brad and Carter. And right now, Carter 86%, Brad at 71.
Well, that is the plus or a win so far for Carter in that area.
Off of Carter's, it ran a sliver better than practice.
Did it? Really? Just a hair more than I threw coming this way. I think it'll be fine for you, hey?
Hey.
It's not heavy.
Wait only! Wait only!
Where are ya?
Room!
Line's good. Room.
Oh, room!
Whoa.
No bounce.
No, it's all there.
Whoa.
All there.
Yeah, you gotta go, Carter. You gotta go. You gotta go. Go, go,
Little
go.
rub from Pat Simmons.
Wow.
I didn't think he was that big out of his hand.
Not even close to that.
I was right on yours.
Struggling to read the rocks this morning. One of the things that the best teams do is a balance. The watch is just a guide, but you really do use your eyes to figure out what weight the stone has. And Carter and Nolan, 2 of the best, and they're struggling because they didn't think that it was going to go that far at all. And so a little bit of struggles everywhere this morning.
Whoa.
Freeze is actually filling.
How much air do you have?
Yeah. I mean, you could do this, or you could do the same shot.
I like that.
I like that.
So the 2 options. One, you hit the red one on the outside, the 8-foot one,
Okay, just give me
really
the
thin. It
last,
redirects, and you get rid of both reds.
Yeah.
The other is that you come right down on top of the stone that patches through, remembering that it is not Alberta with last rock this end. Gives a chance for Pat to throw the
Good
same
line.
shot twice, which is always a bonus.
Should be there.
Okay, well then, just for weight.
Room.
Just for weight.
Room.
Cleaning. No bump. Room. 5. Carter's in. 5.
Line's good. Room.
Line's good, just for weight.
Go, go.
Take a look. It's really got to curl.
Go, go. Come on.
Go. Line's perfect now.
And now they pound it at the end. Thiessen, Rycroft
Go, 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 go.
drag it on the face.
Good judge. Shot.
And they get it there for third shot.
Kind of point. It's fast, though, eh?
Really fast. Like,
You're
that's
just small now.
Yeah.
And there's a live look now on Sheet A, Northern Ontario and Team Quebec. Now they had a
Just
long
inside
conversation,
nose and
Kathy,
roll
Brad
over there
Jacobs
and
and his
nut
team
it
from the
here.
Sioux Curlers Association on whether to
Cut
run
away.
back that redstone you see right there in the 12-foot. There's also a high guard, keep in mind, that we can't see from that picture. And it is Quebec indeed
Just the hair on
lying
that
to right
side.
now. Final stone on the way for Brad Jacobs.
Yeah. Normal, eh? Whoa. Yeah. Whoa. Yep. Whoa, whoa.
And then
Trying to
you'll
get
see that
through
high
the
guard,
hole.
Kathy. There it is. And they're by that guard. Through the hole.
Normal. Gee. No.
Taps the one out now. Is 1 or 2?
Normal up. Gotta curl a mile. Curl.
Is it a steal or is it a
No.
single? As they look things over.
Looks like it's red from this angle, but
They may put a stick to it.
That red one.
when in doubt, it's always a good idea.
Don't see. That's a king.
That was like normal weight.
And we will let you know as soon as they know. Yeah, they've just called for the measurements, so we'll keep you up to date over there on Sheet A.
I mean, even if I'm here, right?
You can't do much off that.
It's not
outside
terrible.
one, eh?
You get right on
Yeah,
it.
do
That's real
middle
good.
at 12. That should be lots.
Yeah.
Doesn't it come off the back and push it right into his?
It's pretty quick here.
Well, that's.
And on our
That doesn't
feature
last
sheet
too
here,
fast.
Kathy,
It's
what
as
has
fast as we've seen
Kevin
all
elected to play?
It's coming down to the
I
face
think 85 is what I'm looking
of the
for.
stone.
You're thinking it's hot quicker than that.
Well, I just.
Oh, we don't want to be heavy, right?
85 would get him to the tee line with no sweep, or clean it to the tee line,
80 would be T line.
even in this spot.
Yep.
Okay, well, let's go off that then.
Reconfirming weight in this path.
tight. Yes. Hard early. 3. Really hard. Then. Yeah, we're light. Whoa then. Where are you? 1. Whoa.
1, 2.
Whoa. Whoa. Right off.
Option B, try to make it to stop curl and utilize it as a long guard.
Sit. There's a 4, eh?
And we told you there was a measurement, and after they measured it was that single red for Northern Ontario, so Brad Jacobs leading Team Quebec 3-2. And they're underway now in 5.
Should be good there, eh?
Now, with that long guard thrown by Kevin Cooey, gives Jamie a chance to play backline weight, tap, tap.
Meantime, Kathy, crowd favorite, Scott Manners, the team from the Battlefords, the skip from Lloydminster. Great crowd support they've had here this week in Saskatoon. His final stone here against Brad Gushu, Newfoundland Labrador, playing a little bump. Wants that 4-foot for a single. Angle's good. And the weight is perfect. So Scott Manners gets that single. They're tied up at 3 after 4.
And Jamie trying to play the tap. This is that straight spot.
Whoa. Hard timing.
And Alberta still lying 2.
Well, just a little heavy, I think. Didn't move at all.
Yeah,
Kathy, obviously it's the morning of the brothers here, an outstanding feature game, and it's happened before. Way back in 1942, it was Gord Campbell versus Donald Campbell. Of course, we're talking about skips here, and then in 2009, we got to call that game, Kathy. It was special. I remember still Glenn Howard putting the broom down for Russ one last time, and Russ, I think, actually broke his broom in that game out of frustration. And then in 2010, of course, these brothers, Kevin and Jamie, went head-to-head. So pretty special. 1942 the first time, and then 3 times now in the last 4 years that brothers skip head-to-head at the Tim Hortons Brier.
Time out.
Alberta will call Blake McDonald their 5th, and of course the 3rd when they won the Worlds out to get his view.
What do you have of it, Nolan? What do you have of that yellow?
Not much.
Nothing.
You got nothing of that yellow, and this one's ahead of it, right? You can't peel it out without touching
But the 5 is not hurting us
think
whatsoever, though.
I don't think we need. I don't think. What can he do with that?
I'm just thinking that if you peel it out and he tries to run this double, like run that guard onto that guard there, it's really risky for him, right? If he loses.
I don't think he's playing anything here, though. Do you? Like, I think he's playing. I think he's playing something
His shot
here.
is like kind of soft with this.
Yeah, right.
Onto this.
Just for one. Yeah, yeah.
I don't think he's playing that hard to try and.
Which hard though, Blake? Which one?
If he double those out, he gets.
How is he going to double him
The
out?
only way he
though?
could double them out is with this rock, from what I could see.
He can't double. He doesn't have enough angle.
He doesn't have an angle there.
No, not with that. Not where that red is.
Like, to just shave this to kill this, I don't think this one
Maybe.
should stay.
Just coming and tapping the fork.
I
Boy, you'd hate to hang and leave it right here or something.
I don't know why we need to. I don't think.
Why
he
don't
has
we?
a shot
Why
there.
don't we take this away? Just guard this middle. Like a long guard in the middle here, so we can't make this tap.
And
You
even
might have to play this out turn, draw away tap.
Wow, that's
fine.
No, I'm just saying that
Yeah,
that might
I like
be
that.
one shot.
Here, Kev, or a little ass?
I like 2 things about that. I like the fact that Blake came out with his hands pointing right away. Too often we hear a 5th or a coach come out there and not have a view, and that's what you're not paid to do. It's really important. And so they talked about all sorts of options. They looked at, whether do they come in here and place a stone here, but you heard Pat say, well, what if you sit it out here? You give him a chance to get in there. So what they want to do is to guard in between those 2 guards you're looking at, the red and the yellow. Right now they feel the only shot for Jamie is a play on that short red guard. So they'll take that away.
Blake, of course, a member of that team that won the Brier in 2010 and won that world title. Just wanted to step away from the game. And great to see him here now as their 5th. Contrast, though, Kathy, we've talked about it, between the Bulldog.
I'm there.
He's very,
hey, Spike.
You could see from him walking out, he wanted to get his 2 cents in, and good for him. And a lot of conversations with Blake this week, and he's so happy to be here to support his not only former teammates, but his good buddies as well.
He brought a lot of energy to the team.
Good shot.
Good spot.
And they take that stone away.
Wow, did that finish? Nolan was right.
That's a good spot.
Oh yeah. You have to skinny that red pretty thin to make it hit. Well, I got nothing else. Nope. We gotta hope it should hit it if I hit it thick enough.
It's really tough because the shot that you
Gotta hit
might
it pretty
play
thick
if
yet,
the
I
ice
think,
were
to
really
make it.
curling is something off the right-hand side as you look at it. But we just saw what happened when Jamie threw any sort of weight. It is very, very
that
straight
should
out
be
there.
exactly right.
Even with draws, they just finished right at the end, trying to run those yellow stones straight back.
Just peel.
Play the pick.
So Alberta line 2 in the 4-foot. Jamie Cooey trying to limit the damage. His final stone here in 4. Pick the yellow, get a piece, and no. They'll just slide it by. So a steal of 2 as Kevin has control.
Good job, fellas.
And welcome back on this Wednesday morning, Credit Union Center. And there you see the big difference, a 3 and then a steal of 2 for Kevin Cooey and a 6-2 lead for Alberta here with action underway here in 5. And I know it was a very special moment for Kevin Cooey. He was in the crowd watching his sister Carrie Galusha play when the Scotties were in Red Deer, and that huge win over Alberta and some great shot making. And Carrie now joins us live on the telephone from Yellowknife. Carrie, thanks for joining us. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. Thanks for having me.
No problem. First of all, Carrie, I know it was really special for you to get to watch your brothers play in 2010, and now they go head-to-head once again here. What is it like for you to see both your brothers play? And I got to bug you, too. Who are you cheering for here?
I knew that question was going to come. Everyone's been asking me. You know, this year is so different. 2 years ago, obviously, the game didn't mean a whole lot. It meant a lot to Kevin's team, so I was definitely wanting them to get the win. This year, they both need this win really bad, so it's really, really tough. As I was watching the first couple ends this morning before work, I found myself cheering for Jamie. I think more just because he's the underdog, and I want him to do well.
And the twin, of course.
Pardon?
And the twin, of course.
Yes, of course. And he lives in Yellowknife with me, so I don't know. I just found myself cheering for them, but it looks like I've missed the last two ends, and I heard the score 6-2, so hopefully they can get a deuce here and come back.
Carrie, before the game, we had a chance to hear from both of your brothers, and they both said, you know, it's nice for your parents. You're a mom. I'm a mom. I think that to watch both of my kids play against each other would be really hard. Do your parents find it hard or easy?
I haven't really talked to them, but for sure I would definitely think it would be really, really hard, especially when they're both sitting high up in the standings. I'm not sure how my mother can sit through all of our games. She's watched a lot of curling over the years, and oh my gosh, it must be so tough on them, but I guess they're probably getting used to it.
Well, not easy for your dad either.
No. My dad's used to sitting watching me curl all the time, so I think it's just great that he gets to watch both his sons at the Brier, and, you know, having them both atop the standings, that must be really special for him and my mom.
Carrie, I just want to ask you about, obviously, playing out of the Yukon Northwest Territories. You guys have had some amazing games against some great teams. I know you knocking off Team Canada. I know Jamie beating Glenn Howard here. Yeah. What is it about you guys getting up for those big games and coming through with awesome performances?
Oh, no.
You know, I'm not really sure. We just seem to play really well against the top teams. Everyone asks me that, but I don't really have an answer. I guess we learn to get up when we're playing these really top teams, and for all the other teams, we try to take each game the same, but for some reason, we do tend to get up for these top teams, and I really don't know an answer to that. It's just, I don't know, we try to take each game as it is, but you're right, like we beat Saskatchewan and Team Canada and Nova Scotia and Alberta at the Scotties, and if you were going to tell me that before we left to go to the Scotties, I would have been pretty happy with that.
You know, lots has been made this week about Pat Simmons moving from Saskatchewan to play with your brother in Alberta, and yet, you know, your brother, Kevin, moved from up north to play. If he had stayed, do you think your brothers would have played together, and how strong would that team have been?
For sure, I think they would have played together. They used to play together in juniors with Mark and Kevin Whitehead, and they had success in juniors. They lost a final in '94, so I think for sure they would have stayed together. Even when Jamie lived down in Alberta, going to school for a few years, they curled together, and they had a little bit of success. So,
good board.
You know, I think it's good for Kevin to where he is in Alberta, and you know, it was his choice to move down there, and he has so much more opportunity than us up here. But, you know, it would have been pretty neat to have him curl out of here and represent the North and curl with Jamie. That would have been really neat, but obviously I don't think that'll ever happen.
Well, Carrie, listen, we really appreciate you taking the time, and what a year for the Cooey family, both your brothers here at the national stage, and, of course, you representing the territories so greatly in Red Deer. So we thank you for your time, and we'll be, I guess, cheering for good shots the rest of the way here, I'm sure.
Yes, for sure. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Carrie. That was Carrie Galusha joining us live from Yellowknife. We appreciate her time, and obviously a special year for the Cooeys with all the accomplishments that they've made, not only this year, but all of their appearances on the national level. Third stones underway here in the fifth end. Alberta leading 6-2. Tom Nogler.
There. Be 8, 9, or 9-10.
That was so nice of her to join us. And you know, we heard the boys both say how great it is for the parents, but my heart, you know, went out to Fred when we saw him in the beginning waving the 2 flags. You just want your kids to do really well, and it's tough when they're playing in this kind of arena. This kind of pressure.
Better.
Well, we asked Kerry about their penchant for beating some of the top teams, and there you go. Look at Kerry. Defeated Alberta, Team Canada, Nova Scotia, and Saskatchewan at the Scotties, and then Jamie Cooey. What a year he's having. Defeated Northern Ontario, Saskatchewan, Newfoundland, Labrador, and Quebec. So they really elevate their game against the top teams.
I bet they do. And this is not over this week for Jamie Cooey by any means. Trailing by 4 here early this morning. But he's still in a great position in terms of wins and losses, regardless of the outcome here.
And we talked about it, Kathy. His best record was 6-5 already with 5 wins. If he can claw out 1 or 2 more wins here, could find himself into a tiebreaker or into the playoffs.
And we were laughing at the break when Pat Simmons talked to his team, because he's a little frustrated this morning. He's not making all the shots he wants to, and he just said to the boys, you know, anytime you guys need me to make more than 1 shot an end, you just let me know. And that's great. That's that kind of relaxation that you need to have on a team. Everybody knows that he's struggling. He knows that he's struggling.
Such a team game, though. You know, Pat Simmons, 72%, and he has struggled, but it seems, Kathy, those elite teams somehow find a way
to win.
We talked about Glenn Howard and all the extra ends he's had so far, and their struggles with the ice, but what struggles, really? 6-1. Can't really fault that.
No, he's been in this game a long time, Pat Simmons has, as a skip. And now as the third knows that it's about hanging in for the long haul. Making the right shots at the right time.
Real hard. Real hard. Real hard. Read up.
Spills the 2 yellow. Alberta still shot stone, back 4.
Bad.
This is not horrible. Nose makes it. You might hit this, but it's going. Yeah.
Well, the double is set up for sure. A nose hit. They're just concerned about the jam on that yellow rock right there, but Pat Simmons feels with the kind of weight that Kevin throws, even if he makes contact with that yellow stone, it should still be moving.
What? Yeah. Let's get rid of him.
And a quick look now on Sheet D. BC, Ontario. We just mentioned Glenn Howard, that 6-1 record. Up 3-2, 5th end. And you see that BC has that one red stone nestled in there on the button. And a tough draw here for Jim Cotter out of the Vernon and Kelowna Curling Club to try pick up his pair.
There's that huge weight from Kevin Cooey. Pat Simmons right with that kind of weight. Everything's going to go.
Nice double there from our older Cooey on our feature sheet, Sheet B. Alberta lies 2 there.
If you're doing anything, switch.
Meantime, Swatsky, Griffith.
Yep, hard.
Need that
hard
big finish at the end. Try get some of that weight, and it just won't curl enough.
Great
so
weight,
it's
though.
just the single. 3-3, close one. After 5, BC and Ontario all locked up.
And then it died, but that's the one rock that I think's a little bit fishy. So.
Well, he made the double, and he also rolled to protect the stone.
We're saying 70 for Tom. To get it back there, so.
Super T here, guys.
Yeah.
Should curl real hard late.
And this is the turn that we actually have seen the movement.
I'll give 1 second. Yep. Yeah.
It's going already, eh? Picked.
It picked right out of his hand. You saw his frustration. As soon as he let go, it jumped hard.
And on Sheet A, Northern Ontario at 3-4, Quebec at 2-5. Brad Jacobs has those 2 red stones there in the 4-foot. And Robert Desjardins from Chicoutimi trying the double. Big weight he threw.
And that's why it didn't move at all, Brian.
Gets the 1-0, but there's the steal. So Brad Jacobs and his team from the Sioux up 4-2 after 5. And tough break in our feature game for Jamie Cooey.
Well, he comes out fine, and it's not that we hear that he feels that there's something underneath the rock. He lets go, and within seconds.
Line's good. Right here.
So trying to close off the front path, trying to go 8-foot center line so that Hitting it would not give you shot.
Okay, easy. Over curling a hair.
We're light.
Get it in if you can. No? Okay. Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay.
Wow.
So Alberta now lying 3 and
really tough for Jamie Coo. He's facing 3, even though Kevin was shorter than the intended target. The team doing a great job of sweeping and cleaning all the way down. Didn't even have a chance to really let that rock finish, so he's not sure what draw weight is.
Spot on.
Same?
Should be good.
Telling him that
nice 1 out there?
I think it would have been the same.
final stone here in 5 for Jamie Coo. Needs full 4 foot, drawing against 3 to pick up his 1.
Weight only. Line's good.
It's all there.
Lots
all
of
there.
weight. Lots of weight.
Yes.
Line
Lots of weight. Tons.
Weight only.
Tons.
Robert Borden on the right, Brad Shorokowski on the left of your screen.
Oh.
And Jamie not using his brushers here, as this one is going to slide and slide and slide back 12, and that will be a steal of 3. As Tom will look it over to make sure.
2 for sure. It's hard to tell. They're so far apart.
I know. Pretty close.
By the time I get to the other one, I've forgotten, so.
Oh, I promised we'd get her some TV time.
Tom Nogler getting the official on the tube. And we just talked with Carrie, and of course the parents, Linda and Fred, watching. It's got to be tough, especially in a game like this.
For sure it is. It's hard enough to watch both of your kids play against each other. What you really would want to see is a really close game that both of them play up to their capabilities. Really bad break for Jamie here in this 5th end with the pick on his first one.
Alberta broke the game open with that 3 in the 3rd end, then a steal of 2 in 4, and now it's a steal of 2 for sure in 5 and possibly 3.
Now we saw the micrometer go to just over the 2 for the red stone.
Oh, wow.
And much more for the yellow.
Oh, yeah. Wrong way. Wrong color.
So it is the yellow. So it is a steal of 3. And now a commanding 9-2 lead for Team Alberta, as the older Coo has the advantage here in Saskatoon.
The 2012 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by World Financial Group. Proud to be a sponsor of the Season of Champions. Your dreams, our strategies.
Welcome back to Saskatoon. A silhouette of Gordie Howe, one of the great players in hockey, and got some great players on the ice this morning. Let's take a look at who's the best so far, and we'll take a look at the numbers after 5. It's brought to you by Tim Hortons. It's time for Tim's. Well, advantage as you look at the teams. No question, it is Alberta at 87. There's some great numbers on the board. The big difference, unfortunately, at the skip level with Kevin at 88, brother Jamie at 55. That's been a struggle, and Kevin's regaining his form, and he is with Brian.
Kevin, I know you're slowly running away with this game. It's got to be special, though, once again, to play against your brother. What does this moment mean to you? You guys, I know, don't get to see each other a ton anymore, but to play him on a national stage.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun. You know, I've said it lots this week. It's fun. We're both here for sure, and, you know, really glad to see them playing well. You know, at the same time, I don't get any enjoyment out of, you know, trying to beat them. You know, one of us has to lose, and we both need the win. So, you know, that's not a lot of fun, but hopefully, you know, they've had a great week, and, you know, hopefully, I hope they win the rest of their games.
We talked to Carrie on the phone in the 5th end break, and we were speculating what it would be like if you still lived up north. Would you guys actually play together, and what kind of team you'd have if you did?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I played with my brother up north and in Alberta, and, you know, I loved playing with him, and it was a lot of fun. So, you know, there wouldn't be any doubt if I was up there, I'd be playing with him.
And finally, we heard Pat joke, is he going to make more than one shot at end now?
Yeah, actually, he's not, because we're pulling him. He's not feeling well, so we're going to get him back to the hotel and try and get him some rest.
Well, enjoy this with your brother. We appreciate the time.
Great. Thanks, Brian.
You're welcome. That is Kevin Cooey, skip of Team Alberta, and he leads the Battle of the Cooeys at 9-2 after 5. Back to Saskatoon after this.
The 2012 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Ford, official automotive partner of the Canadian Curling Association. By Capital One, what's in your wallet? And by M&M Meat Shops, hundreds of meal ideas, one aisle.
And welcome back on this Wednesday morning to the Credit Union Centre. We are moving over now to Sheet D and the matchup between BC and Ontario. All tied up. Jim Cotter taking on Glenn Howard. Now, Glenn does have the hammer here in 6. We're underway with skip stones already, as Glenn just drew in with that yellow stone. Back 8 foot. Cotter with those 2 stones in the 12, and Ontario does have the hammer as Jim Cotter settles in to throw here in 6.
Or are you just playing it?
And for this morning, Glenn Howard reverting back almost to the form that we saw earlier in the week, where he struggled with where to put the broom and his own execution. There have been opportunities for Ontario and Team Howard this morning that they have not taken advantage of. Tried to force in this end by playing the freeze. There is some space, and Jim Cotter just wants his stone to go away.
Whoa, whoa, yeah!
Go away it does.
So there you see BC lying 2, and now with his final stone here in 6.
Probably.
Glenn Howard will draw for a single.
Force.
A little, it was kind of wide, but coming at it, so I just let it go.
Yeah.
Wasn't
And
gonna
it
play with it.
looked like it was going to move early. So.
Yeah. No, I took that angle. But I knew just to let it go. I didn't want to set it.
Well, not bad numbers for Glenn this morning. Through 5, it has been more about the opportunities to capitalize with 2 points or 3 points. Gave up a steal early in the third end.
No, then off! Off! Wait only!
We heard from Kevin Cooey. Pat Simmons, of course, not feeling well, so Blake McDonald is in the game we started with this morning. And you see Craig Saville on the right. He was also one of those guys taking intravenous up to 5 times this week. And some nice brushing there and a nice throw from Glenn Howard as he picks up a single. So it is Team Ontario leading 4-3 after 6 here at the Tim Hortons Brier in Saskatoon.
Okay, boys, where we decide on the shot? Let's.
Time to update you now on the team from Saskatchewan taking on Newfoundland and Labrador. Scott Manners, the crowd favorite here, and his final stone looking for a possible 2. Playing the double here. And for Scott Manners and his team from the Battlefords, an all-rookie team here in Saskatoon, he'll end up picking up the single.
I think he was only playing the one, Brian, with that kind of weight.
Yeah.
The double was there, but it's so thin. Didn't want to give up one.
So there it is. He hits and sticks around. Close game as he's tied up at 4 with the Olympic gold medalist, Brad Gushu. And back to our feature game here now. BC taking on Team Ontario. Glenn Howard drawing in for a single in 6 and a 4-3 lead over Jim Cotter. And it was interesting, Kathy, with the power of the microphones, we were able to hear Glenn say he had a little bit of backing in the forefoot to come to. And I think there was a little bit of question was, is it a straight draw? Are we using that backing? And just some good communication between a veteran team.
Well, and he just wants to be really clear. You heard him say, okay, boys. And they were saying, you know, it's important that you talk. Now, this is a team of talkers, the Ontario team. They talk all the way down. But obviously, he did not feel that they were giving enough information to Wayne Middaugh for him to make the call of whether it was going to need backing or not.
Wade's good.
You take a look at Craig. You talked about his intravenous. I spoke with him last night, and he said he's still a long way from 100%. The recovery time, especially when you're playing and you're sweeping, is really, really tough.
You gotta go, guys. You gotta go hard. You gotta go real hard. You gotta go real hard. You gotta go. Come on, guys. You got a beauty to get it here. Go, 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 go. Whoa.
Good scrubbing.
Been making some great shots, playing really well for a guy who is struggling to recover.
Right on the Tim Hortons pin.
When you get this virus, it's really harsh.
Regular up.
Gladly, most of the players are not getting it. They're just fighting it. Pat Simmons obviously won.
Rick Sawatsky, nice numbers through 6 ends.
Hard! Hard, guys, hard.
And the run back double, very nice as he sticks it. And now it's BC. Line one, top 12 buried.
Well, that'll add to your numbers. Makes the great run.
Double. It's been a while.
And the double.
I didn't know his hitting percentage is yours, eh?
Got his team out of trouble and left one buried.
Nose. Ball. Yep. Hard. Hard.
Brett Lang. Not quite enough to get that Redstone moving.
And a really bad break. That's why he's smiling like, are you kidding me? Because not only does he hit it on the wrong angle to not get both of them, but both the guard and the rock in the house slid at the same time. And so there is some protection for that BC stone. BC has last rock here in 7.
And some new young blood on this BC team. There's a look at second, Ty Griffith. He's a 3-time BC junior champ. Joining this more experienced crew. And a lot of connections to Saskatchewan. For Ty, a lot of his relatives still reside here. He's got a couple of aunts and uncles in Saskatoon. And then, of course, you have the Folk connection as well. Rick Folk won, of course, Saskatchewan's last Brier title back in 1980. And Kevin was telling me a lot of family and friends still in the area, so a lot of support. This BC team could get a lot of cheers if they can make a playoff run.
All board. Forward. Whoa.
Weight's good.
Whoa. Whoa. Oh, good throw.
Nice throw, lots of rotation.
Smell cookies?
It moves, but it moves very slow out in the wing.
Bomb. Yep. Clean. Whoa. Clean. Clean it. What shot?
Good shots back to back out there in the wings. Do not flirt with that guard, and a really important stick.
Quiet board.
Now Glenn believes he can get to the inside.
Wayne Madaw, this year's Hot Shots winner.
Close.
Whoa.
Close. Yep.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Lionard's definitely coming in a little bit.
Makes the tap, catches a piece.
Good throw, guys.
That one settles top 12.
Top 12, top 8.
I want to give you a bit less than those interns I was throwing a few ends ago, eh?
Give us a chance to see this sheet this morning. We've done a lot of games on sheet D just because of where some of the great matchups have taken place. So we're pretty familiar with this sheet.
Little bit.
Great numbers for Kevin first thing this morning.
Fair. Clean. Line's good. Bobby T.
Whoa, then.
Whoa.
T-line.
At least T.
And Kevin Folk will
Fine.
settle back 12.
Yeah.
Well, it didn't want to slide deep. That is not going to help those numbers.
He got by the guard by a foot, eh?
Yeah.
This gives Ontario the out. Anywhere in front, and they would have had to chase, but now Wayne Madaw can play the freeze and take the end or the oomph away from BC.
Should be good.
Where are we? Weight only. Real good. Real good. Hard.
Wayne a chance to become the first player in Brier history
to
actually win a Brier at 3 different positions.
You gotta go line all the way through it. It's gonna over curl. You gotta go real hard, guys. You gotta go real hard. 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 Come on, Tom.
And this one bending in nicely for Team Ontario. Around the guard, and Ontario now shot stone covered.
Same weight.
Pretty good.
Weight's good.
Whoa.
Clean, clean.
Just a little bit deep on his first one. Now playing down to the Ontario stone.
Whoa. 8, 9. No. Whoa, guys.
No, and this will be very heavy. What a difference 2 shots makes.
Thought I threw that pretty similar.
Close, I thought.
It's 5-4.
Here is good though, or is it?
Oh, he's still freezing on
Still
the corner,
freezing,
no matter
right?
what, right?
It's not exacting ice. That's the only thing I'm concerned about. What do you like?
I'd like you to put it right there, but I'm not sure how you get it there.
Might go around, and then we just follow.
What do you guys like?
Freeze there, we peel it out, and what is here?
You go here.
Oh, you think so? Yeah.
Yeah, let's go with that. I think so.
I can go around for sure. Then,
Just outside edge of the button?
Yeah.
Glenn Howard made Brier history yesterday, Kathy, when he competed in his 175th game here at the Brier, and he broke his
give him a double.
brother's record.
Right around here.
Of course, our good friend here and colleague Russ.
Yeah.
And Craig Saville joked, well, that's not the record they really wanted. And he was serious when he told me this.
Yeah, well, actually,
Craig said he found out this week that the oldest man to ever compete at the Brier was 71. And he said that with Glenn's delivery, rock solid, he should have no problem doing that. And I made the joke with Craig, I don't think you'll last that long, pal. Of course, under the weather and getting the fluids and intravenous, but pretty remarkable, too. And in the 14 times, Kathy, he's made it here, has missed the playoffs just once.
Oh, he's the real deal. He's got a beautiful delivery. He's a great player, always has been.
Clean it.
Weight's pretty good.
Clean it. Whoa. Clean it. Clean it. Yep.
Well, they looked at 2 shots. One was drawing to the open, making sure it was flat, no roll, but you had to be absolutely perfect. And so they know that the freeze would be coming from Jim Cotter on that stone, and so they thought they would take it away before he could do it.
Yeah.
Lovely throw.
I can fix that.
A quarter on it. Well,
It's working out, but
It's the rocks.
Maybe
It's
the
not
rocks.
you, it's the rock.
It was a full 8, so.
Update on Cheat Day, Northern Ontario at 3 and 4, Quebec coming in at 2 and 5. Brad Jacobs has a ton of red rocks there behind the tee line. And the final stone here from Robert Desjardins out of Chicoutimi, drawing here for his single.
Put backing for the moment. No backing.
Mine's perfect.
T-line.
Line is good, but they got to pound it now.
Keep going, guys.
Got to drag it to get some of that forefoot for one.
Come on, Steve. Push, push,
And
push,
it comes
push,
up
push.
short. And Brad Jacobs actually will steal 2 and a 6-2 advantage for the former bronze medalists here at the Brier after 6.
Well, the weight came down really fast on that. You heard them calling all the way down, no backing, meaning, you know, they were concerned that it might have been a little bit heavy and they didn't have any backing, and then it just stopped a little bit short.
Jim Cotter with hammer here in 7, his first.
Try to corner freeze the stone that Glenn Howard has just thrown.
Yeah, line.
Yep.
How's
Yeah,
weight?
line.
Yeah.
Kiss it in, guys. Hard.
Playing a little chip off that guard. Option B.
No, not a very good option.
Weight was really good.
Well, I guess it's a gimme, isn't it?
I've had her, buddy.
Yeah?
Yeah. He's not playing that in a million years.
Right there? They don't want to tuck it? Hey, we go into there and then it gets tough. Right there? All right. Let's put it there.
I like wide open.
Wide open?
Yeah, like you can see 3/4.
Okay.
Right? I think it's a lot harder to hit than draw. How's
It's got to be ballpark, eh?
Yeah.
What Waymadaw is saying
open, wide open?
is that you don't want to be perfectly buried, because if you're perfectly buried with this stone,
Open, tuck a corner of it, sort of thing's pretty
Top.
good.
he'll play the run.
You want full
What they
four?
like instead is to show him just a
Where?
little bit
Full
of it.
four? Top butt?
That's pretty good.
Full
And the
four.
reason they think that's so tough is that we have seen over and over and over this week that the hits, they know exactly what they'll do. The draws, more often than not, they have a good sense. It is that in-between boardish sort of weight, hack weight, that sometimes they'll curl, sometimes they don't. They only curl as the finish comes off. So they want to tease Jim Cotter a little bit here.
Line's good.
Show him a piece.
Line's good.
Are we now?
Line's good.
Hard.
Line's good.
Waymadaw liking the line. Saville Lang trying to drag it there.
Hard, guys, go.
Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go.
Big scrub from this front end, and they'll drag it in.
Later down a bit. Didn't want to be heavy.
Ontario lying 2, and now Cotter.
I laid that one down.
Drop for
pretty
a single.
Still got to force out of it.
Close to the line, eh? Should we just sweep it?
They went hard.
Oh, yeah, they went hard and then. Good end.
Well, that's a pro side miss for Glenn.
The hair more than you just
His fear was that it was going to be, deep and give Jim Cotter a chance to draw down to it, so he pulled back a little bit. He's short, but what he still did is force Jim Cotter further out into the wings to make the draw.
Well dead. Key line.
Final stone here in 7 for Jim Cotter. 63% so far this morning.
Hard, guys. Really hard. Hard, boys. Hard, 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 hard.
And another big scrub from this front end. Sawatsky and Griffith. They'll bring it far enough.
Very nice.
And they'll get the one.
Good three. I just went off the
Two
shelf.
teams battling for that playoff positioning. 4-4 after 7. Some hockey fans in the house this morning, and we got the NHL and TSN Wednesday night hockey tonight. Leafs, Penguins, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time, and the Leafs in tough. They got 67 points right now in the East. They are 5 back of the Winnipeg Jets, and some good news for Penguins fans this week as well, as Sidney Crosby has been cleared for contact in practice. He talked to the media, and he's hoping possibly to play as early as this weekend. And our feature matchup, where we started this morning, Cooey versus Cooey, and some handshakes now, as Kevin is now 2-0 at the Brier, going head-to-head with his brother Jamie. 11-3 the final. And more importantly for Alberta, they now stand alone for now on top at 7-1. Yukon Northwest Territories dropping back to 5-3. And there you see a few teams there with 3 losses, and Northern Ontario also on the ice this morning. They're at 3-4. As we bring you back to play now in our feature game here at the Credit Union Center on this Wednesday morning at the Tim Hortons Brier. Just 2 days of round-robin play remain. Ontario, BC locked in a close one. Jim Cotter drawing in for a single in 7. So we're all tied up here in 8 as Glenn Howard, Team Ontario, has the hammer.
And it's really interesting as you look at that standings board. And I don't want to be a Vic and say what's too many. That's his gig. But with the field as flat as it is, knowing that 3 is for sure in right now, the 3s are in because of only 2 teams with 1 loss. 5 may not be too many for the first time this year. So everybody right now could conceivably be in, and that's why every game is just so important.
Whoa, whoa. Not heavy. How heavy? Well then. Just draw. Yes. Hard. Whoa. Yep. Whoa, we can. Whoa. Yep. Freeze. Yeah, yeah. Go, 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 go. Keep going. Okay.
Great brushing to get that by, and great shot by Craig Saville.
Yeah, I agree.
You guys like in here? You want to throw a guard?
I like out front myself.
Okay.
I think it's probably the easier shot.
My first thought was going in again, but.
Okay, well.
Here? Your tight's
Both
not
work.
bad, right?
If it were the 10th end, then for sure the guard would be the call. You want to generate opportunities up front as BC so that they could steal. They'd like to force Glenn Howard here in 8.
It's probably short if he makes it.
Just top 12. Line's good. Yep. Yep. Clean. Got room. Line's good. Clean it.
It's good.
Just clean. Ooh, 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 ooh.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Brent being asked to run back that center guard. Move those stones around.
Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa,
Little bit,
whoa,
6.
whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, interesting.
Oh, nicely picked. Was
Gets-
not the call, but works out.
Gets that red stone off the button.
Well, it just has to curl a hair more, and he's right on the nose.
You like bumper? Or
That same, kind of like that bumper weight that you threw last end.
just bump. Clean. Yep. Hard. Hard, guys, hard. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Sorry?
Yeah, early.
Good shot.
Go to the back one? Go. Try to one of his back ones. Hit and roll. Yeah, that's
Yeah, I like that, sure.
Okay. Lots of ice.
More ice.
Lots of ice. Any more?
I think any more than that
Yeah.
is curls.
Yeah, any more than
Huge.
that. Like that's enough. If you throw just the right weight, that's just enough ice.
Yeah.
Well, a great testament to how
That's a good
much
point.
this sheet is moving. We
Yeah.
saw that yesterday on that side. It would really, really warp in at the end. Didn't see that finish outside in on sheet B where we started this morning.
Still gonna overbend.
Where are we?
But you could
Good.
hear Wayne Madaw and
Whoa.
Good.
Craig and Brent
Really
all
heavy.
wanting more ice.
Yeah, gotta go.
Roof. Looks like lots.
It's good.
Line's real good. Line's real good.
Get in there,
Line's
son.
real good.
Still
Clean,
there, still
clean
there.
it. Clean it. Line's perfect.
Still there.
Curl
Still
up
there.
a bit. Just curl up a bit. Still
Atta
there.
boy.
Beauty.
Attaboy. Good eye, Wayne.
Because I just saw Glenn throw that shot twice, right?
Yeah, I know.
What do you think, Jimmy?
Almost the same line edge of the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a long week
freeze
for the
down
skips,
there, or-
and when you have different paths on each sheet, your brain starts to merge into, is it sheet B or sheet C? And that's why it is so important that every player pays attention and watches the ice. You heard Wayne Madaw just say, I saw Glenn throw 2 shots in that path. He knew. Glenn just wants the team to make the shot, so it's about a team effort.
Good bump. Yep.
Kevin Folk, third
Clean.
stones
Yep.
for BC.
Clean.
Easy.
Solid
Whoa.
bump. Whoa.
Whoa.
Clean.
Whoa.
Yep. Yep.
Shot, Kev.
Attaboy.
Well, for NFL fans, today is deadline day for Peyton Manning, and sources are indicating
Freeze, and he can just
that
rip it,
his
eh?
14-year career with the Colts will be coming to an end. As rumor has it, they will release the quarterback, the 4-time NFL MVP. Today was the day they have to pay him that $28 million bonus. You can watch the news conference the Colts are having live on TSN 2. That's live at noon. You can watch what the Colts have to say officially with Peyton Manning.
Okay, if we go extras, I'm out. I'm gone.
The greatest Peyton Manning fan in the history of the entire universe may be sitting right beside me.
Well, I love that team. I love Peyton, but I also understand why the owners are not comfortable with paying that much money. It will be interesting to see what happens.
And that pretty much means that Andrew Luck will be a Colt.
Good shot.
Can't have that situation twice.
Now, they'll keep moving those stones up the house, but the angles are not as good anymore for BC. Needs to stay on the nose of that yellow stone. There's no way both of those stones will go without his shooter rolling away, and so it is about keeping your stone in front of your opponents as these rocks move up the house.
Yes! Hard!
Shot.
Kevin shared a nice story with me. It was back in 1989, Kathy, that his father was here, lost in the final to Alberta, and Kevin says he remembers it really well. 8 years of age, and that was the reason that he wanted to curl.
I think that if you talk to a lot of the curlers this week or even last week, a lot of why we play the sports that we do are because we've watched our mom or our dads do the same.
This, aren't you?
And they share their passion with us.
Added bonus when your dad is a Brier champ and world champion as well.
Right, it's pretty tough.
Pretty tough. Even if you just hit and roll to here, no?
I just don't want to roll in behind. Well, I guess, right? Then he doubles the behind ones. He ends up behind this one. He could be shot.
Want to make a play on this thing?
I don't think you want to do that yet. That's pretty good.
I'd like to hit and roll over to here, Wayne's perfect. However, how hard do you want to throw it?
Okay. I like that little hack waiter again.
Okay.
Well, it's the chess match yet again.
Probably
where we go.
By.
Okay.
How they go. So this is removing this stone. Excuse me.
I'd like to see a little more.
Where are we rolling to?
You want to roll over here, don't you? How about
they do not
board?
want to roll behind.
Same ice. It's not enough ice.
And the reason they don't want to roll behind is all of a sudden the red run back could be the double.
Whoa. Whoa.
Close.
Yep.
Hard.
Hard. Hard. Gotta go hard. Hard. Go, 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 Sam, get it in there a bit. Get it in there a bit. Go, 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 go.
Wayne Maddaw, the nice little flip to the 4-foot. And Ontario line 3.
Now they're looking for a really big roll. It just finished with that quiet weight more than they had wanted it to.
Yeah.
And now a little pocket there for BC.
Just tuck the corner, make it a little tougher, but let's make sure we get this first.
Yeah.
It's bad. Oh, but really, like you can get 2 feet ice with board. That just warps. Threw it good. Just warps over there.
Firm.
Wants to hit it on the, just off the nose. You can make the double, plus the bonus is that your shooter can also roll. So it's elimination of 2. The bonus is the roll.
Firm weight.
Jim Cotter, 4-7 record last year at the Brier. Already with 4 wins here.
Yep. Yes.
Looking for win number 5 against Glenn Howard on this Wednesday morning.
Whoa.
Won't get that roll, but he makes the double. Sits there, top 4.
Shot.
Kathy, let's look at the skips numbers. Sorry, Kat.
Well, and the Jim Cotter really would have loved the roll on that shot, and we didn't start the game, but it has been the hits that have caused him some trouble this morning. And the hits for Glenn Howard, the challenge has not been execution as much as where does the broom go. That has been his challenge, but still it is Team Ontario led by Glenn Howard that has the advantage.
Player comparisons brought to you by Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Glenn Howard just calling a timeout.
We went there. What's better though, Brent? You go here.
He just hits it anywhere high.
Or sticks it.
The only thing I think is any good that's pretty tough is this. Right? Hit.
And he noses that.
He noses
I
that.
got nothing.
Yeah.
The two that I see right now is either hit and roll and hope, or lob it in there.
Like this, if he nuts it, we have the whole 4 foot.
Yeah.
If he drills it, we have the whole house.
Might be better. Problem is, the only problem is I don't.
If he nuts it. I guess we'll always have
It's
this.
huge to roll though. If he ever able to be able to make that double and sticks it there, I'm in trouble.
Sticks it there, we're in trouble.
Yeah. Maybe this is the shot, guys.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
So if we freeze and he nuts this, we'll always be able to get this for shot.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If you ever move that a hair, right?
Let's want to give him the double again.
If we don't get low and he hits this high, you're drawing against 2 in the 4 foot. You gotta draw.
What? Whoa.
If we don't get low, he hits this high.
Oh yeah.
If you don't get across the face.
Yeah.
Yeah, which isn't
that easy.
And if you take that,
well then this one isn't going anywhere. You just touch it and sit there.
Let's do that. I think that's the shot, boys. Right in there. Okay. Now, how do we get there, buddy? That was the draw to the button.
Okay.
That's got to be glow park, eh?
It's gonna be close.
Yeah, me too. I like hit and roll, but.
Well, it really came down to two options. They wanted the timeout to think. It wasn't about having Scott come out to take a look. So one of the options they thought is let's play the hit and the roll. But you need to make the roll, because if you sit right there, you can see what happens is that Jim Crotter's able to make the double, and he's lying 3. So with the risk of not making that roll, they've decided to play right up to the face of the BC stone.
That's there.
Glenn Howard is first here in 8. Ontario does have the hammer.
Little solid.
Yep. Gotta go. Gotta go. Hard.
Whoa. Right there. That's mint, isn't it?
Hope so.
That's pretty good.
That's real good, I think. Can he even get shot?
That's pretty good, Glenn.
Yeah, I think he can get shot.
What's that?
I don't think he can get shot.
Well, he gets shot.
No, how would he get shot?
He nuts it, bang, and this one shot.
I think so, yeah.
But
We gotta
then
just
you
cross
can-
it.
No, that's what I mean. I meant this one. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah. There, and we
takes away a
kind
bit
of
of the
take
draw.
away. Yeah, that'd be ideal.
Yeah.
The shooter
It's kind of
here.
almost 7/8 to 3/4 there, eh?
Yeah.
What kind of weight are you going to throw? Just that nice house or a little less?
I'm thinking house.
House? Okay.
Almost perfect.
House down a bit. House down a bit. Right there.
It's going to come up good.
Yeah.
Just off nose. Run that red straight back onto the yellow
Shade
stone
more,
that is
Kev.
shot.
Yeah, down house.
And there's a look at Sheet C right next door. Newfoundland Labrador, Team Saskatchewan.
Down house.
Scott Manners, great support all week long here in Saskatoon. Final one on the way here for Brad Goucher. Both teams 2 and 5. Both teams in a must-win situation.
Then redirect.
Clips the yellow, spills it over, and bumps it far enough. Looks to be for 2.
Almost good enough for 3. Just hit that a little bit thicker.
Hair thinner, we get it.
So a 2 spot for Brad Goucher.
Good house.
6'5", Newfoundland Labrador after 8.
Okay. Solid house.
No.
Close. Whoa.
No.
Close.
Needs to get to the nose.
Come on.
Jim Cotter.
Shot, Jimmy.
Lovely little tap back.
If I hit like half a yellow, am I okay?
I wouldn't want to hit half.
You know what I mean?
It's not going to touch a lot of it. If there's, because they carry forward a bit when they hit.
Because that's, you know, because I got to, if I go for it, right? If I go take that, he gets one. Or do we just make sure of the one?
I think you just make sure you hit it with board. I don't want to. I think it could touch the back. If it just touched the back, if you whip it and hit half a rock.
Might go through.
Might go through.
So make sure of it.
So you want to throw board?
Board.
So the conservative play, their concern is that even though it's tempting to play for the deuce.
I think it is there for 2, but if I hit like a quarter or half a rock, it might go through there.
This stone really on the side, this one would go this way, this one would go this way, but this is the area they are concerned with right in there, feeling that if they happen to hit it wrong, it may actually go through the hole. There is a hole there, and then you give up 2. In fact, you could give up 4. And so this is just the very easy way tap to make sure they get their 1.
Solid board. Solid.
Final stone here in 8 for Glenn Howard out of the Coldwater Curling Club. Playing a quiet little tap.
Okay.
And he makes that red go away. So it is 1 for Team Ontario. As they keep trading singles here. It's 5-4 Glenn Howard after 8.
Yeah.
Time now for the M&M Meat Shop's Final In Challenge. After the game, go to finalin.ca, enter the secret word for a chance to win a trip for 2 to see the 2013 World Junior Curling Championship in Sochi, Russia, home of the 2014 Olympic Winter Games. The first 100 entries will have a chance to win the $50 M&M gift card, and all participants will get an M&M discount. We will give you that secret word a little later on in the broadcast this morning. An update now on Sheet A between Team Quebec and Team Northern Ontario. Northern Ontario, the Redstones, you see Brad Jacobs. Wow. Robert Desjardins heaved that rock out of his hand. That is a pistol. And he actually chips in the Redstones, so it was a steal of 3. And soon after, handshakes. There they are. So it is Northern Ontario moving on with a 9-2 victory over Quebec in this morning game. And that's a big win for Brad Jacobs as he gets back up to 4-4 at this year's Brier.
Very important.
We always talk about the magic number, Kathy. Possibly maybe 7-4 is what you're looking at to get yourself a tie break, a playoff spot. Well, Alberta, that big win, Cooey versus Cooey. So it's Kevin at 7-1. Ontario on the ice against BC, of course. They're at 6-1. The Territories, Yukon losing. They're at 5-3, and a number of teams now with 4 wins. Just 2 days remain here at the Tim Hortons Brier in Saskatoon. Round robin play. And of course things get heated up for the weekend. The top 4 will make the playoffs, and these 2 teams hoping to be there. BC, Ontario, locked in a close game here at the Credit Union Center.
Line's real good.
2 very good teams, and I do agree with Glenn Howard's last call. It's one of those risk and rewards. It's important to take that point. By getting to the nose, he could do that. By playing the hero shot, you may get the deuce, but you may also give it up.
Ontario leading 5-4 here in 9. Jim Cotter, the hammerback. Second stones for Team Ontario. Brett Lang.
Whoa. 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 Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, good. How about?
I'm a Ryder fan.
Got the cowbell going at an early age.
They come in all sizes in support of Scott Manners and his team this week.
Interesting, too, we talked with Rick Folk earlier this week, and of course, great memories here in Saskatchewan, lives in BC, and I asked Rick, well, you got to tell me, you're cheering then for the BC Lions or the Rough Riders? He didn't even hesitate. Still Rider pride. So that'll get him a few fans in this building, I'm sure.
Hard, guys. Line's great.
Of course, Rick coaching his son's team here.
Shot.
Well, Jim Cotter looking for a way to manufacture a couple of points in this ninth end. Won't be brokenhearted if it happens to be a blank and they go through to 10 with last rock, but he's going to try to find a way to score 2 if he can.
Right off. Uh-oh.
And there's a mistake for Team Ontario, and there's a look at Rick Folk. Last Saskatchewan skip to win the Brier back in 1980. And he admitted to me, Kathy, when they were playing Saskatchewan earlier in the week, and he was sitting back there and taking it all in. Great memories of that green color, and certainly a lot of roots still here in this province.
No question.
Kind of thinking going
And a tough week. You can see the stress on his face. It is not easy. We saw Fred Cooey earlier watching his 2 boys. Rick watching his son play this morning. It is very hard to watch.
It's good.
Very nerve-wracking. Much easier to play. You feel like you have some control over your own destiny.
No, weight's fine.
Still tons of room.
Well, that pick-out stone allows the chance, the opportunity for BC.
Yep.
Utilize that guard. Find a way to score 2 here in 9.
Hard.
Go. That didn't move very much at all.
Can I go across the top?
Third.
Third. I'll play
Third.
with normal?
Okay. 6 third.
Normal.
Okay.
Yep.
Hard.
Yep.
Whoa. Whoa.
Wayne Middaugh.
Whoa. It's out. Perfect. Attaboy.
Nice double from the Ontario third.
Good shot by Wayne. Advantages going back and forth here this morning. Heard his default last end was just the easy board weight, but in that shot for that case, good to throw normal weight.
Nice house.
Whoa.
Yep.
Whoa.
Clean. Whoa.
Easy.
Clean.
Coming into this game, Wayne Middaugh had the clear advantage in terms of statistics over Kevin Folk, but it has been Kevin today with the better game.
Oh, yeah. Same heavy board. I threw 2 ends ago. Heavy board.
Board?
Yeah. Exact shot we threw out here, Langer.
Kevin at 88% so far. Wayne Middaugh, 83.
Clean.
Whoa.
Yep.
Whoa.
Yep.
Yep. Hard.
Yep.
Hard. Gotta go. You gotta go, guys. You gotta go. You gotta go. Whoa. Oh, God.
I was afraid that it was going to jam and bring that back. BC stone into play. It did not bring it back into the house.
I just threw it 2 ends ago. I just figured it would
Yeah.
straight
I was worried about this back one, as you can tell.
Yeah.
Good throw. Good beauty in your first.
Yeah, I didn't want to take it.
Good house. Easy.
Oh.
Close.
Whoa.
Yep.
Yep.
Clean.
Clean.
Whoa. Clean.
Whoa.
Good.
Real nice weight on those, Cap.
And now, Kathy, if there is that jam again, it will indeed be in the rings, back 12.
Good throws.
Just about spilled it in. Yeah, I wasn't sure from the other end. He didn't seem to get too excited, so I figured it was him.
His body language is a very telling tool.
Normal.
Glenn Howard is first here in 9, leading 5-4 in the ninth. BC with hammer.
Whoa. Center line. Cross
Go.
center.
Go.
Cross center.
Go.
Avoids the jam and a nice roll.
Go.
Go. Hard.
finds the button, but still wide open for Jim Cotter.
Thanks, guys.
And for NFL fans, the Indianapolis Colts holding a press conference live on TSN2 right now. Rumor has it that Peyton Manning will be cut from the team after 14 seasons. The deadline for his $28 million bonus is today, and all reports indicating that the Colts will indeed cut ties with Peyton Manning. Go to TSN2 right now for that live news conference.
And what a change that will be for the fans from Indianapolis. I had the chance to go to Lucas Oil Field this year and watch the Colts play, obviously without Peyton, but he has been a part of that city for such a long time.
And it can't get worse after last season.
Well, it was a harsh reality check, I think, for the Colts, what Peyton does for that team.
Andrew Luck, likely the new face of the franchise, the quarterback.
You want some Colts wine glasses? I may be giving them away. Well, not all of that stone exposed. There still is a big chunk that Jim Cotter can see from the hack. But this is the tricky weight on this sheet. It moves a lot outside in with draw. Very little with up weight.
If Peyton happens to sign with the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, Kathy, I may never see you again.
Guaranteed.
Hard! Hard! Roll it!
Little bit.
And they wanted that roll away. They weren't going to roll under.
Just bumper.
Wanted to make sure it was tougher for Glenn Howard to try to roll back, which of course he will try to do.
Good throw. Maybe a hair soft, but they just kind of bumped it to the hack. So
I thought it was probably full side, but
I like the throw.
Okay.
Ward?
Yeah.
Cross center, Wayne, or Brent, whatever your name is.
And his 14th appearance at the Tim Hortons Brier. Glenn Howard. Final stone here in 9. As that settles, we'll have a live look on sheet C as well. Newfoundland, Labrador, Team Saskatchewan, both 2-5 records. A 6-5 lead for Brad Gushue as Scott Manners facing that one red counter there.
Well, that Yellowstone right behind it, that perfect freeze was what Scott did on his first one. Has a chance to move the stone sideways, bring 2 in the mix.
We got a lot of room.
Needs about a half of the stone.
First team ever from the Battlefords, Kathy, to represent Saskatchewan at the Brier.
Just T-line, guys.
No, he's not playing for 2 at all. He's just playing the draw for 1.
On the lid. Easy. Right on the lid.
And the farmer from just outside of Lloydminster. Perfect draw weight, and you hear the crowd approves. 6-6 after 9 here at the Credit Union Center.
And without the roll behind it is wide open, and so Jim Cotter will attempt the blank and retain that all-important last rock coming home in 10.
Yep.
Clean. Final stone on the way here in 9. Jim Cotter makes that stone go away. So it is Ontario. Glenn Howard, a 1-point lead as we come home here in 10. BC with the last rock when we return. That looks good.
Yeah.
Hope he shares. Time for the Final End Challenge and your secret word. After the game, you can go to finalend.ca, enter the word for a chance to win a trip for 2 to see the 2013 World Junior Curling Championship in Sochi, Russia. And the word is, it's not popcorn, it's blossoms. Those 2 youngsters enjoying that popcorn, and we've been enjoying the action here on this Wednesday morning. 2 days remain in round robin play in our feature matchup. Ontario, British Columbia, and a blank as Jim Cotter keeps that hammer here. All important 10th end, down by 1. Both teams trying to make a final push here to the playoffs on this Wednesday morning.
Yep.
Well, a good end played by BC in 9. Did try to find a way or try to utilize the stones in the house to score 2. But when they were not able to bury that second stone, a great double by Wayne Maddaw got Ontario out of that mix, and that went on to lead to the blank.
See Craig Salvo with his first, puts a great draw there, top 4. And then the
Top 8.
tight guard, and now
Room. Lots of room, guys.
Rick
Line's
Sawatsky.
good.
Wait only.
Top 8. No bounce.
Whoa, if you can. It's got to work.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Whoa, then.
Get
Whoa,
there.
whoa, 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 whoa. It's there.
Whoa,
It's
no
there.
bounce,
It's there.
no
It's there.
bounce. No, 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 no.
Sit. Curl and sit.
Get up. Good spot.
Atta boy.
Maybe move it an inch.
Nice weight.
Brent, just get
Just wants to move them around so that they're no longer locked.
Stand your feet. Stand your feet.
Well, he's not particularly interested in going the extra for Glenn. Will play this in, prepared to do that if that's what he needs to do, so will not take unnecessary risk.
Real short. Real short.
Whoa.
What do you want to do? Real short.
Whoa, whoa. Yep. Keep going.
Nice.
Keep going.
Just
Yes,
do it.
Keep going. Keep going. Uh-oh.
Go across. Go across. That's not bad.
Okay.
Lined up pretty good. That's actually not bad.
Dig theirs out of there while we can, right? Uh-oh.
On the corner?
Well short
Don't
of
mind
the
this.
intended target.
That was my first thought, Jim.
Like bump?
And while it's early in the end to make a play on it, you can hear the concern from BC that if they do not make a play against that stone now, they're questioning whether they'll have access to it later with those guards set up front, both belonging to Team Ontario. Want to stick around with the shooter here.
Ty Griffith. Little tap, and we'll spill that yellow stone. Back 8.
Okay.
Kathy, time now for the game story.
Well, in this game, the only deuce on the board. It's been something that Ontario has struggled to do, but they've managed to put one, but only one up so far, and that was a big draw in 7. Jim Carter drawing against 2 to keep this game even. You see the skips, numbers lower for both of them than we have seen earlier this week. A little bit of struggle this morning with where to put the broom. Edge, Team Howard on the board as well.
Game story brought to you by M&M Meat Shops. Hundreds of meal ideas, one aisle.
Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Close, close.
Whoa.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Hard. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Shoot it. Get that out of there.
Brett Lang.
Oh. Okay.
We'll run it back and remove that red stone. Ontario lying 2.
They are lying 2, but their discomfort, if you will, is the way those guards moved, the angle that they're at now. If BC rather is able to tap those stones back, get around there, then all of a sudden you don't have a run in.
What are you throwing? Back line? Yep. Sure.
Yep. Oh, it's, yeah! Hard! Hard!
Swatsky, Folk got to get it by those guards, and they won't. And it spills far enough to be third shot.
It's fine.
Tap it.
Now just the weight, as the weight comes off on that fan side of the sheet.
Guard.
Get a lot of movement.
They throw the out turn, come around.
Yeah.
Then what do we do?
What's wrong?
Yeah.
Wayne will come down. Team, in fact, will come down to talk to Glenn.
Yeah, may as well.
Time.
This will be their second of 2.
Both teams get 2 timeouts, 90 seconds each.
It's got to be tight.
He makes the out turn come
Or you go tight. Go here.
Do we consider trying to nose tap that?
We go around. Where else do we go around?
He makes a double. If I ever put it here or the triple. Like,
yeah, if you play this tap and you chip and leave it open, you leave the double too, right? What's the best spot for it?
Probably there.
Because that's a double and roll behind the corner.
and what goes under here?
Well, maybe right there then. Leave it open.
Maybe we tap and do it in Liguori here.
You can get low on that easy.
Yeah.
Like if you threw a guard here, or if you was tight and it overthrows it all.
And he makes you out. Yeah. You don't have it. That's why I'm thinking either you play in the rings or you try.
That roll is never shot, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You can hit roll there easy. He's hitting roll there.
Well, why don't we go here then?
Try and go right there. Top 8.
Or short.
I like top 8. I agree.
That or the tap. Which one do you like better?
I guess if you could just tap roll to there and pop that to there, that's perfect. Let's do that.
Straight and okay.
Just a hair low.
Well, a really
Yeah.
good
Tap it a foot or
conversation
2
by
feet or something?
people that have been students of the game for a long time. The initial call by Glenn was maybe to play a guard. Team didn't like it. I don't like it either, because if your opponents come down here, now you've blocked your way off. So what they've elected to
Same
do is
speed
to
here,
just
Wayne.
play the tap on this stone just a little bit. You want to do two things. You want to make it really tough for your opponent to score the needed point to tie.
Pretty good.
But you also want to make sure that you don't play a shot, as the guard may have, that if your opponent makes a good shot, they can score the deuce.
Eater.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Yep.
Taps it back.
Yeah.
It settles on the button. Ontario line 3.
That's not bad.
Okay, Wayne.
That's not bad.
Yeah, good weight.
Not bad.
We're probably sitting 2 after
Curl.
this still.
Looked like it was a heater and it ended up perfect and it just didn't curl.
Right? Like unless he just ticks it, but like if he makes the
Yeah, but
double, he's good.
He misses the back and he nuts the back. Like, this is no easy and it's going to come onto this one.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, like regular.
Reg?
Not more than that, though.
Just reg?
What are you throwing here, Kev? What are you throwing?
Regular.
Okay.
Going to throw regular, try to make the double to get that stone off of the pot. No way right now for BC to get shot, and they are also hoping that the roll of this shooter will go behind the corner guard.
Whoa, clean. Yep.
Whoa, hard. Hard.
Whoa.
Will jam at the back. The 4-foot area now open.
That's fine.
It was kind of lined on there, so better to get them off the lid, right?
Exactly, yeah. Good shot.
Midget
Little
more
thinner,
comes through it. I was calling it at the end, but we had to get the one off the can.
Yeah.
Could have made sure of that, or we're sewered.
So he makes this lower.
Kathy, last night this Ontario team was fantastic. I know you were here covering the matchups. 96% for Glenn Howard last night. Wayne Madot, 94%.
I thought it was a turning point for Wayne Madot. He has struggled a little bit this week with execution. Last night he was making everything, and it's such a confidence game, this curling is. He's having another great game today.
Sabo, Lang, and now even Glenn out there tucking it behind those high yellow guards. And Ontario, shot stone, top 4.
What do you think?
Accessible from the outside, though, as we watch Scott Manners facing 3. Brad Gushu's final stone, or rather first stone, was the top of the lid, so he needs to tap this back.
The first of 2 stones remaining here. This is Manners without hammer. His final stone in 10 against Brad Gushue. Taps it far enough, so Manners is shot rock, and now Brad Gushue left with a tough one with his final stone here in 10.
Well, that roll out a little bit by Scott because of the extra weight to make sure he tapped it back means that this is a relatively open shot for Brad Gushue.
This has not been a week we've come to expect from Brad Gushue either. Such a consistent skip. He's always been above 500 every time that he's played here at the Tim Hortons Brier. Lost in that final actually to Glenn Howard in Hamilton back in 2007. The Olympic gold medal, of course. But a lot of lineup changes too, Kathy, this year. Mark Nichols, of course, longtime third. So final stone here for Brad Gushue in 10, playing that tap back on that yellow stone. And a chance to improve to 3 and 5. Not a broom to it yet.
Follow through, guys.
A little bit of a jam, but no problem as Newfoundland Labrador makes the shot and handshakes. And another victory for Brad Gushue, keeping those playoff hopes alive as he improves to 3 and 5. Saskatchewan falling to 2 and 6.
Switch. Gotta go soon. Switch. Yep.
Kevin trying to play the corner freeze on the stone, set up an angle on the one that Wayne Madaw has just thrown.
Yep.
But now they're taking plan B to get around it. It just did not finish.
So it is Ontario. Still a shot stone. Top 4. And as Glenn puts the broom down, a quick look at the standings now. So Alberta has Kevin Cooey beat his brother this morning, 7-1 now. Great record there. They're on top. Ontario at 6-1. Yukon Northwest Territories 5-3. BC, Manitoba, Nova Scotia 4-3. Northern Ontario at 4-4. They won this morning as well. And a must-win situation. Brad Gushue comes through. He is now at 3 and 5. Kathy, you talk about putting in extra time. No one's done it more than Glenn Howard and his Ontario team. They've already gone to 5 extra ends at this Tim Hortons Brier in Saskatoon. They do, though, have a 4-1 record in those extra ends, and it's looking like we could see some more extra time here on this Wednesday morning.
And it's really tough. The draws are tight together, and so what we're seeing is a lot of family and friends bringing in boxes of food so that the players have something as soon as they come off to try to eat right away and have the food digested. If you're playing back-to-back draws.
And there you see Ontario now lying 4 as Jim Cotter starts eyeing up his options.
No, they're lining up the triple for sure.
Close.
May even catch the back one.
This one's going to drag back a hair, right? We'll probably catch it a little. That one maybe a bit thicker.
Yeah, we're looking at, pretty close to half.
Right here.
A little
much,
less than half.
Right there?
Less than half.
Okay.
There?
Right.
Yeah, give me right there.
Right up there, eh?
Yeah. Shade more.
Well, they can throw really big weight, so you're looking to hit this stone this way. This one may come this way. This one will go this way. Meow.
And will Jim make that sound effect as well, or is that just an added bonus?
That's what happens. Houses are really lively. Lots of times in curling clubs, you can't make these shots because you get frost in different areas. Really fast house.
And we're not going to see him save the shooter, obviously, Kathy, with this kind of weight.
Well, and that's not even important to him, honestly, Brian. It is about getting a shot, getting some granite moving.
No.
And this one is moving.
Yeah. No.
What has he got? Rattles 2 around.
Well, you saw how thinly he missed that one on the left-hand side, and that redirect might have caught the back one. But what he did is opened it up and got the rock off the forefoot.
Of course, Jim does have hammer here in 10, down by 1.
If he catches it a little thicker, it's going to catch the one across the top, and it's going to hit the back one. Just needed to curl just that wee bit more. Too thick on the first one.
Wait to see him, Glenn.
Still at like 4.5-ish?
Yeah, 4.5.
Okay.
Yeah, no faster.
Yeah, yeah.
Kathy, Glenn trying to bury here, top 4.
He sure is, and this is that outside in, so he's throwing the in turn, and that's the half of the sheet that's closest to the crowd, and that is the side that you get the best finish from.
Easy.
Clean it.
He's also just seen Wayne Maddaugh throw in this path. They should know it.
Pretty good.
Sliding right now. Whoa, whoa, then right where my broom is. Line's perfect.
Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa.
No, 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 Savvy. No, 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 no.
It's got to sit down. And it slides a little too
Okay.
far, and
That
that
one
gives
slides.
the out now for Jim
Definitely
Cotter.
slides.
It sure does.
I didn't
You
throw
can
that
follow
very
that
hard.
path down
No.
and pick up
Yeah.
a single.
Yeah, definitely less than Wayne's.
It slides, that one.
Oh, well, no deuce.
No.
That was the goal at the start of the end, right?
Well, he didn't sweep it at all. And slides the one place that he did not want it to go.
Yeah, we got that.
That quad might
We just mentioned it, Kathy. Already 5 extra ends played for Glenn Howard and his team. And if Jim Cotter can make this draw, it'll be
6.
the 6th. And they're approaching a full extra game already at this point.
BC will have the afternoon off. Ontario, win or lose, goes back on the ice this afternoon.
So final stone here in 10 for Jim Cotter out of the Vernon and Kelowna curling clubs. Needs that pin for a single, a chance to force extras here against Ontario.
Go, go, go.
Hard, guys! Hard!
Hear the crowd now getting behind the brushers. Swatsky, Griffith, and now Folk, but it's not going to get there. So Glenn Howard and company avoiding extra ends. And a steal here in 10 and win number 7. Handshakes with Wayne Maddaugh. Another gutsy effort, another finish down to last rock for this veteran team from Ontario. A look at Glenn's son there. Scott looking on the 5th. And now your updated standings after all competition finished on this Wednesday morning. 2 have risen to the top, and 2 of the favorites, of course, Kevin Cooey, Alberta, 7-1. Glenn Howard, Team Ontario at 7-1. And Jamie Cooey still in the mix at 5-3, Yukon Northwest Territories. And then you have Manitoba, Nova Scotia, BC, Northern Ontario, all with 4 wins. Another big W for Mr. Howard. More from Saskatoon after this.
The 2012 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Roll Up the Rim to Win. It's time for Tim's. The 2012 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by World Financial Group. Proud to be a sponsor of the Season of Champions. Your dreams, our strategies. By Scotties, proud supporter of women's curling for over 30 years. And by Capital One. What's in your wallet?
And just a reminder, our coverage continues here on TSN as we bring you right through to the final on Sunday. You can watch Draw 13 today from Saskatoon live on TSN at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time with Vic Roeder calling all the action for you. It was a great battle this morning. Cooey versus Cooey. Unfortunately, one had to win and one had to lose as Alberta continues to show their domination here. Tied atop the leaderboard with a 7-1 record. On behalf of Kathy Gauthier, myself, and the entire crew here at TSN, thank you for watching Canada Sports Leader, and we'll see you later on this afternoon in Saskatoon.